Check if I can hear me now. Come the fuck on, YouTube. Oh my god, this thing. This fucking. You guys really, as a casual viewer, you have no idea how unbearably frustrating this can be at times. Oh, look at that. I'm live. It sent out a notification and everything, and now we're officially live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Midnight Show. A little bit late tonight. First, by design, I said, hey, I'm going to eat, and then we'll do the show. And then OBS decides it's not going to start for me. So I'm heard now, officially heard. Holy actual shit, guys. Now, mask off, mask completely off. I have more issues with OBS than in one stream than I see the average person over the course of a year. It's insane. I don't know what to make of it because I can change how I'm doing things, but I swear as time goes on, the build of Streamlabs OBS that I'm using seems to become less stable. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it does this, but it crashes. It'll set up 3 different live streams, and finally on the third one it'll work. So if you guys will excuse me for a minute, I have to do a lot of post setup shit that I set up before the stream, but I had to reset my PC and now have to go back through. Well, that's not actually the reason there's no thumbnail and everything's on and monetization's off. It's unbearably frustrating, man. Let me go and edit all of the data, the metadata, I think it's called, right? The title and shit, which I again had done before the stream had started, twice actually. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there because we have everything up and running for the most part. So put in the tags. How are you all doing, chat?
I am so mad.
Me too. You guys, no joke. I'm fucking irritated. This thing gets me more fucking heated than anything. That's why I don't understand. I really don't understand the perspective of people who let other people's opinions on the internet get them so pissed off, whether it be criticism or just that holier than thou. You don't wear masks, you're evil. Oh, that's so unsettling, man. That's so unsettling. I've got to take that off the fucking soundboard, man. It's. Ugh. But, yeah, this gives me so much frustration just from trying to get live. I mean, if I was irritated at you guys, I can just end the stream, you know? But trying to get it started, getting the fire started, and it requiring so much effort is, I'm going to turn down my headphones because it's a little much. Okay, so we're almost there. Hold on a second. I think that'll suffice. We're not really going to be discovered through the recommended anyway, so it's not really like the tags matter in the grand scheme of things. Alright, with that, look at the intro setup. Now I'm curious as to, yeah, here's what we'll do.
I remember when you came to my...
I got an interesting show tonight. I've been writing notes all day. Now, I could have streamed right around 5 p.m. I had everything ready, all the things I was going to talk about. But this is kind of the time slot, you know what I mean? This is the time we've been streaming the whole time, mostly, that I've been streaming. So, but anyway, tonight we are going to have a bit of a not even a discussion, just me talking, really, I guess, about laid-off medical staff. More and more people reporting what they claim to be thousands of layoffs of medical staff. We have California not arresting violent homeless people. Some of you might know of, I believe he's a Q personality, but I knew him before that, Thomas Wichter. A bit of an eccentric fellow, to say the least, but he is a bit of an interesting boomer. And I hardly ever agree with this guy's takes. But he was attacked at his house in California. So we'll go through the thread detailing the events that led to that. We also have a leaked phone call from our I don't even know what to call Joe Biden, our fucking creep politician, our token politician. I sound more masculine when I tech talk. You know, it's probably because I'm a little less reserved. I don't hold back for technology. Technology can kiss my black ass, okay? There's one thing. You know, when I think it's a thing on Dick's show, right? What makes you rage? You know what makes me fucking rage? Are incompetent machines. Its entire makeup, what it's built on, its entire purpose in life is just to work, and it can't do it. You know, all work and no play, I guess, right? Yeah, Victor is a nut. Victor is a nut. But his story is still noteworthy, I think. So he's one of the few first people I came across where I thought to myself, I don't agree with anything this guy's saying, but I'm absolutely following him because he's incredibly interesting. You call Biden your next president? It'll probably lead to that, to be quite honest with you. We have a woman aged 100 dies of COVID-related complications. Not related to her age at all or natural causes. COVID killed her. Corona, Chan. No shame. No shame. Rip and pepperoni. New mask that allows us to eat without taking it off, thereby defeating the entire purpose of the mask. But then again, the purpose of the mask, it says it on the side of the box. Now, I will show you the image, but on the side of the box for the masks, it says does not protect against COVID. Doesn't protect against COVID, guys. Well, what's the point? You know what it is? And this is my tinfoil fucking hat. So you're going to have to excuse my jumping to conclusions here, but to me it comes off as a shaming ritual, humiliation, conditioning, trying to get people who go out and they don't follow the mainstream. The world is on fire, the sky is falling, everybody needs to wear a mask. If you don't buy into that, you're going to feel bad about it. And that's what the point of all of this is. Because as you guys are well aware, and as I will demonstrate later, these masks do not help you. They do not protect you at all. They are not respirators. And then they go, well, you can make your own masks. Well, the ones that are made specifically with keeping... There we go. Keeping the disease maintained in mind, that doesn't help. So what do you think a piece of cloth with a rubber band's gonna do? Absolutely nothing. That's what. I stopped even bothering. I never wore a mask. And now I get looks. People look at me like I'm just brazen, like I just don't care, I'm irresponsible. No, you guys are paranoid. That's what this is. And I'm not buying into it. You can hold me at gunpoint. I'm not going to play into your little horse shit, world is ending death cult. You can kiss my ass. Anyway, we will get to the intro. I've been on a bit of a... I got a cup of coffee in me. And you know something, Chad? I know you like it when I have a shot or two. Well, it looks like I can have a shot or two because I got a fresh bottle. And we are going to get through the story before we start to play. We got to work before we play. That way, it can go off the rails. We can do a 4-hour stream, but that way the people that show up here to hear my lukewarm takes about news articles and current events, that way they can be satiated too. And the people that come here to watch a train wreck or a potential one, they get to fill their boots as well. So, exactly, Radio Ruin. It's about obedience. It's about obedience. With that, there is something I gotta fix real quick before I forget that it's there. So we have a video with Irony Bro's own Prince Hubris. I don't know why I said that all funny at first, but I wanted to fix chat. Nope, that's not chat. Matter of fact, chat isn't even up yet. My sincerest apologies. I'm just glad it worked this time. You know what I mean? Alright, I think we're in. We're in. Normal latency. Fuck you, OBS. I set that 3 different times to ultra low latency. There we go. Now it's loading up so I can pull out chat. Pop out chat. I'm considering moving it to moving over to OBS, regular OBS, because Streamlabs OBS, with all of its bells and whistles, as cool as it is, it crashes on me every time I stream. Sometimes multiple times. Okay, let me try this. They're making me work for it today, chat. They are making me work for it. Okay, so that one's good. Now what about chat? No, it's not showing up. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Chat isn't going to show up on screen right now, so I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Until then, here's our intro. I'm just going to play a short one. I had the Trump talking to reporters queued up, but it's like a 4-minute clip. And considering that I've already spoken here for about 10 minutes, I figure we can just play the intro video. I probably don't even need to play the intro video.
Oh, right now I just think I need
just feels important for posterity. And now this thing isn't loading. Oh. You see, as great as it is, right? There is a boon to doing this all myself, right? To it being a one-person gig, but with that, I can't tell you how many times I thought how nice it would be to have somebody in the studio to go, hey, can you bring this up? Hey, can you fix this? I don't want to deal with these software issues. I'm so over it. It's probably contributes to why I don't stream so much. It's one of the more stressful things in regards to streaming is trying to get the software to fucking work properly. And I don't see anyone else that has the issue. It's like in my own little Truman Show world, the things that don't give other people issues have to just show up and go, hold on, man. I'm going to need to see your papers. No, I'm an incompetent machine. We got to run you through the ringer. Oh, what's that? You're trying to apply for UI? Well, we're going to have you apply like 5-6 fucking times. Oh, you want to call somebody? Well, we have nothing but incompetent machines in the way. Like my whole life, my entire life, my livelihood is locked behind incompetent machines on every variable, just getting fucked over by machines. It's just like being a kid again. When I was a young lad growing up playing video games, I said this all the time. It was my catchphrase, so to speak, if this Truman Show conspiracy theory of mine rings true. It's my catchphrase. The computer always cheats. Somebody would lose, a friend of mine would come over and play a video game. Like, hey, this is bullshit. What the fuck? And I tell him, hey man, the computer always cheats. So the computer always cheats, and now more than ever from when I was a kid, now I'm really experiencing it firsthand just how much the computer fucking cheats. But okay, with that, I am going to sip on my coffee and let this play, and then we'll get down. We'll talk about a few things. It's a funny night. There's a lot to go through, and a lot of good e-drama that actually doesn't involve a man who showed his butt on stream. We have H3H3 accusing Keemstar of driving Etika to suicide, basically saying, well, when Etika, right after he was about to jump, he DM'd me, and he said, this is all Keemstar's fault, and then jumped off and yelled, Etika, on his way down. And then we also have a back and forth between the quartering and needle drop, which made me laugh, so I thought I would share it with you guys. The quartering refers to himself as an alpha male. Let that sink in. All right, and I will be back in roughly a minute and a half.
Appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over to the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Foreign flag executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their Their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project.
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. Necessarily, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon. Order. UH. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon, that city will be a reality, and we crown its king.
I am so proud.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight Show. It is May 20th, 2020. Now I feel that we have actually started the show officially. And do I have Streambot? I do. I forgot I had to turn down the volume. You guys are getting me good with that one. Well, welcome, everybody. Tonight we're going to be talking about Joe Biden. We went over it a little bit earlier, but for the sake of consistency, I'm just going to pretend that the first 10 minutes or so didn't happen. So we're going to be talking about laid-off medical staff, California refusing to enforce the law, Joe Biden's phone call leaking. That should be quite entertaining. We'll take a look at that. Joe Biden comes up with a nickname for Trump. It only took him years. He's calling him President Tweety. President Tweety. And we have a woman who is aged 100 died from COVID complications. I know, I'm surprised, you're surprised, we're all surprised. Definitely not natural causes at the ripe young age of 100. Then we have a new mask that opens up via a little clamp, so that way you can use one of your hands to open up your mask, so you can... Just thinking about how... What's the word I'm looking for? How difficult it would be to try to use this fucking mask. It's the dumbest thing. Not to mention that it doesn't actually work. Volume up. So, yeah, I will turn the volume up on the headphones. Let's see here. Sick Burn Joe probably had half a team of writers for that too. They probably did. Yeah, with that. We also have a few other stories. Like we have Vice laying off 155 employees, Nancy Pelosi calling Trump obese, and thereby a lot of the people who are anti-body shaming or body shaming Trump saying, well, it's okay because it's him, which I guess if your convictions are matter to you so little that you're willing to forsake them because of somebody you don't like. And I've said it on the show before in regards to other things, but just because somebody else does something shitty doesn't mean that you can do something shitty and brush off all the criticism you get for it. If you do something shitty, it's still you doing something shitty. Again, I know I don't need to explain that to my lovely audience here, but that's just the world we live in. We live in a society. Chat. Yeah, chat's still not coming up. Okay, I think I have another workaround, and we can get chat up here on screen. Nope, apparently not. They changed that. Don't you love it? It's like with YouTube. In the YouTube live chat, you can no longer click on the icon and view their channel, and there's
please
no reason for them to remove it, but they still did. And it's sort of like with OBS, they just went to pop out the chat and it still does not work. So maybe if I close chat and reopen it, it'll let me select it as a video or window capture, and that does not seem to be the case. We might be SOL on chat tonight, folks. Maybe this will work. Maybe. Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get for this stream. Sorry it couldn't be better. But as I have explained, the computer always cheats. Always. Just giving us a rough time here. You know how it goes. But I think that'll be good enough. That'll suffice. I'll trim that down just a little bit more. Mr. Spencer, please. Please put your dick away, Richard. Hey, Davey. Good to hear from you, man. I'm doing all right. You know what I've been doing the last few days, so I'll share with you what I've been doing for the past few days while I wait for people to trickle into this mostly unannounced stream, or it was mildly announced, and then we switched venues at the last minute. But so I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake a while back. I've talked about that. I might even do a video essay on it. I typed out like 8 pages of shit I wanted to talk about it, and when I went to do the voiceover and I was editing it, I sounded so bored talking about it that I just scrapped the video, but I still have the script. So I might do something. But how much water do I drink a day? I drink about 3 pots of coffee, and I know you didn't ask that, but I drink about 3 pots of coffee and about 2 big glasses of water. It should be 4 big glasses of water, but I drink more coffee than water. I should drink more water, though, for sure.
It's not true.
It's not true. It's not true. I think straight up, Chad, I gotta turn that one down. That one, no thank you. But yeah, I played a little bit of that. Not even a little bit. I got the Platinum Trophy. Kicked its ass. Very disappointed in the amount of end game content there was besides hard mode. But what I've been doing, I've been playing Super Nintendo ROM hacks that I put over on my Nintendo Classic. That way I can use the controller that comes with it, which makes it feel authentic. Final Fantasy 3 rather, ROM hack called Brave New World. I'm just past the Cataclysm that happens in Final Fantasy 6. Great game, great ROM hack. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Watching Cowboy Bebop. That's pretty much it. Oh, I cleaned the hell out of my house. Cleaned off my back porch. I'm gonna fence that off, and I got some fencing. I'm gonna make it look real nice. And just turbo clean the fuck out of this place. Set up my dining room. Just, good homemaking shit. 3 pots of coffee, dude, Jesus. That's just throughout the day, right? Like, I wake up, I have a pot of coffee. And then with lunch, I typically have a pot of coffee. And then if I stream, I'll have another pot. I drink coffee like you smoke cigarettes. Probably. And it doesn't even wind me up. Like, for most people, you drink a pot of coffee and you're just wound the fuck up. For me, I drink a pot of coffee and I'm ready to take a nap. So, it's more relaxing. It does help me focus if I have something to do. But if I don't have something to do, I just kind of fiddle with shit. But yeah, I'm gonna take another sip of my coffee here. Phantasy Star 2 is really good. I had my eyes on that for sure. I'm still looking at Streets of Rage 4, which I haven't picked up yet, but another turn-based RPG after this would be good. You have a good game or video voice for game reviews. I'll watch them over Andy's game reviews. Well, thank you. I have. That's right. On this channel, I haven't done a game review. I did one on an unrelated one, which no one saw. I put so much effort into that fucking video. Do you drink straight from the pot? No, I have a coffee cup. I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Although I did buy some espresso recently, and if I put espresso in my coffee, I can drink 1 cup of coffee and I can't drink anymore. I'm done. So maybe I'll just start doing that. Yes, Final Fight LNS Ultimate. That's I had that written on a text pad the other night when the other morning I woke up from when I put it on from this stream. I copy and pasted it to a notepad. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Torchlight 2. I haven't played Torchlight 2. Okay, so now that we've given ourselves a little bit of time, I want to share with you guys this thing. You guys know the quartering. Here's a good picture that Anthony Fantano from Needle Drop provided us. Not us, but he shared through Twitter. Moved a real strong coffee. It's more of a ritual than a pick-me-up. Yeah, I cooked. I brewed coffee with espresso for like 3 days in a row, and 1 pot of coffee. I made 1 pot of coffee. I had 1 cup in the morning, and then I just reheated the rest of that pot the rest of the day. I might start doing that. I did like Final Fantasy IX. I never beat it. What is the video called? It's a Doom Eternal review. I'll leave it at that. Nah, I'll tell you. It's not like I gotta keep it a secret. So I was gonna start a channel, and I threw it. It kind of went to the wayside. Boom Guy. I was gonna be Boom Guy. I was gonna review games, but do it from the perspective of a stodgy boomer. When I was making the Doom Eternal video, I just kind of dropped that, grabbed a voice changer, and just threw my footage together. Start the stream again. The latency is high. Well, here's the thing. If I stop the stream and restart it, I got a feeling it won't even start again. Just that instinct in the back of my head. I need 10 cups of coffee before I have to stop. That sounds about right. No, at work, I would just drink coffee all day. Kevin Duggan, how you doing, man? Millionaire wild man. I do live in a mansion, folks. I found out. I didn't realize I've been living in mansions my entire life, but you know, bow before the. I don't even know what would be my role in high school. I didn't even fucking go. I shouldn't be proud of this, but I kind of am. I ditched my pretty much an entire year of high school, still aced it, and then switched over to a home studies program, and then aced the fuck out of that. Literally graduated with a 4.0. And you know what? The even funnier part behind that is I would just read the source material, and then what my job was just to go in there and explain that I understood it. And because I was relatively well read enough at that point in my life, I could just gloss over it and kind of give him a brief summary, and he's like, man, you are on top of it. Like, you know that you're probably the best student we have, as he's like crossing it off. It's great. Check Twitter DMs. Yeah, I'll jump into that here in a minute. I do want to look at some of this slap fight between these two alpha males. Cold brew. I've heard cold brew is pretty good. How glorious is your untrimmed yard? You know, there is somebody that comes and cleans it for us at the place that I live, and he shows up every week. And I swear he just comes right outside my window. That motherfucker. One of these days. I'm secretly Stephen Fry and drink 100 cups of coffee a day to reach enlightenment. I am absolutely not Stephen Fry. Thank God. There's a person I can't stand. He can be funny at times, but I cannot stand him. I had no clue I was Asian. No, I'm not Asian. God knows I'd be better at working on cars, maybe. Or I could open up a laundromat. Unfortunately, American Amerimuts, right? We don't have any positive stereotypes. A lot of these people are pissed off about stereotypes. Well, at least you guys have one. What are you gonna say about my ass? Oh, the whole listing random European nations thing. Oh, I'm British and Polish, and that's the only meme they've got. It's the only stereotype that exists for Amerimuts. We are the most oppressed people. Fucking rip our people. Rip our future. I don't know if I'm making it clear that I'm joking. Sometimes I'm not. I don't inflect enough. Most morally consistent e-celeb on this party. That's, you know, I've burnt a lot of my bridges, but at the end of the day, I can walk out of there and say at least I called shit for what it was. You know, I remember seeing it in a few places. I'm a coat writer. A coat writer. You know what's funny about that is I've never once asked to be on any of these streams, right? Like, I think Davey might be one of the only people I've ever said, hey, let's work together. Let's do a thing, you know? Kumite, the kill stream. Never once did I ask to go on there. It was always a request on their part because they needed somebody to fill in, and I'm not even judging them for doing so, but the idea that I latched onto this, it's kind of the other way around. It's kind of like Bubbles in that episode of Trailer Park Boys where Garbage Land? Well, now everyone's gonna think that you took your name from my name. Dicks. It's the other way around. Anyway, that's one of the few things I had seen where I was thinking to myself, I don't think these guys really get it, because I never once tried to capitalize off of Internet Blood Sports at all. I was there because it was fun, because it was a nice show, and to that extent, a lot of people were there. A lot of people showed up all the time because it was something interesting happening at in an otherwise very dull time. No, I'm not from India either. Anthony Factanio should stick to music review. All of his music unrelated takes are hot garbage. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. I wanted the we all wanted to be cuddled around something warm, didn't we? Alright, so here's the tweet I wanted to share with you, the quartering. I love how that punk-ass commie, the needle drop, will reply to tweets about my physical appearance, but not directly to me. Alpha has been redefined. Now that's just a great tweet. Here, let me zoom out here so you guys get the full picture. Now, a lot of people were the ones saying, hey, the quartering, you need to stop getting into slap fights on the internet. Stop drinking so much and yelling at people on Twitter. No, keep it up, man, because that's how we get takes like this one. That's how we get takes with the quartering going, ladies, one at a time. One at a time. Look, I can take care of you one at a time, but even a well put together alpha male like myself has to take his time and focus to please everyone one-on-one. I can't even... the thing is I'm grinning ear to ear, and I'm trying to put on a straight face so I can make a joke, or an exaggeration, or an analogy. But now it's out of my head, because I had to focus so much on not laughing out loud. IBS isn't even funny anymore. Also versus Styx was boring. I didn't even know it was happening. Yeah, it's usually just one of us saying, hey man, you want to shoot the shit? Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. I mean, hell, if I was... And this isn't meant in no way disrespect to Davey or even Kumite or the Killstream, but if I wanted to pursue internet relevance, I doubt I would shoot this low. This is our little niche community. I hate to use that word community, but you know what I mean. Like, we're a subgenre of a subgenre. So if the quest was to become well known on the internet, I'm going about it in the exact opposite way, which I think a lot of you have noticed. He is very passive aggressive. Yeah, get woke, grow broke. That should really just be the name of his channel at this point. Now, there is a demand for this type of shit, right? Like, a lot of people like to see... Here we go. A lot of people like to see the, what are crazy people on the internet saying today? What's cancel culture trying to get canceled today? And that's why a lot of people want to tune into somebody like the quartering. Exclamation point Streamlabs. That's a good one. Punk ass commie. See, he might be a communist. That would make sense because I've heard some stupid things, or I've seen some stupid things being posted on his timeline. Rather, I mean, not like he's the only one. Loving this post ironic redneck with the IQ of a crueler fit guy. It's very flattering to your hermit beard. Imagine being the needle drop and relying on roasting other people's physical appearance. Pathetic is a stinky cologne. He seems to be well versed in things that stink. He says, it's okay, man. Have a Mountain Dew and make another video about Susie Liu. Yeah, you'd never make fun of anyone's appearance. And then the quartering. Now, being catty. I would say this is catty. This isn't criticizing somebody for their appearance. This is just like wine ant critique. Your nail polish is fucked. 2, I wished you all the best in your lifetime of sadness. And 3, you've obviously chosen to study worthless trash. Catty. What I would expect from a middle-aged woman, really. That's good. Good for him. We all need to explore our psyche in whatever ways we can. Do people still care about? I didn't even know Styx was still making. I mean, I should have assumed he was still making videos, but he's still around apparently. Yeah, well, I guess it's all fake now. The best stuff happened naturally. That was kind of... We've led ourselves to a point where everything is about branding. It's really the Baked Alaska thing again. You remember how pissed off Mr. Medicare got when Baked Alaska was banning people from chat? He was pissed, and it wasn't just a little... It was like visceral anger. He was yelling at his ass for banning people from chat. And if I don't remember, did Baked Alaska ever flag anybody? Because now, and I've mentioned this in the last stream as well, now we need definitive proof if we're going to call somebody a flagger, but we didn't need that. We didn't give that guy the benefit of the doubt when it was Mundane Matt. In fact, I seem to remember a certain headset-wearing hat salesman saying, well, I don't give him any benefit of the doubt. All these videos going down that criticize him, it's very clear he flagged you guys down. Well, it turns out, even though he came on and showed his history, he didn't flag the kill stream. He didn't. So Jim was wrong there. And yet again, because I'm willing to bet that these new standards, right? Everyone's trying to protect their brand, make themselves friendly towards advertisers. Much like we are on this channel at Advertiser Friendly News. Everyone needs to make sure that no one comes on and says an F slur. No one associates their brand with something toxic. But also, please buy our Knoxville Cleanup Crew t-shirts. You know, spelled with 3 Ks. Wink. And again, not that I have an issue with that, but if you're gonna sell like white nationalist friendly merchandise, and then sit there and go, I don't know why people are saying we're friendly towards this audience, calls up his ex-wife to show up on stream to tell everyone, hey, let them know I'm not a white nationalist. What the fuck is this? You call in your one favor? I'm assuming you're calling in your one favor. Baked flagged clip channels like Kronos. Okay, well, there you go. So the analogy is more accurate than I thought. The Jim Spur got about Baked was weird. It's not like Baked acted like he had standards in the first place. That's a fair point. Fallen Angel says, Jim got pissed because Baked dropped the audience that got him there in the first place. Well, exactly. The same could be said about another channel or another group of people that he's been rather protective of. And a lot of people are saying right now, why hasn't Jim texted? How come he hasn't tweeted in like 2 weeks? I wonder. Baked got caught stuff because he was disavowing chat because of his girlfriend. She wasn't even his girlfriend. It's a funny thing. Only good boys in this chat. Only good boys. Yeah, Blue Shoe. My thoughts entirely. You know, him being the fire, bringing the fire. That was some fun shit. Isn't Baked Alaska and Handsome Truth on Tom Steyer's payrolls? The fuck? If that's the case, I'm irritated. I genuinely... You're gonna... Tom Steyer, he's like a billionaire or some shit, right? Like a venture capitalist. Why are you throwing money at Baked fucking Alaska and I'm sitting here using single squares of toilet paper to wipe my ass? What the fuck? Just no. Just fucking no, chat. Pardon my French, which I'm fluent in. Not that shitty French you hear from JF. I'm talking about real fucking French. Let it be known that after all of this, when I fucking quit, it's Tom Steyer's fucking fault. And Mike Bloomberg for never cutting me that check. It's on them. They could have their fucking Baked Alaska cringe rap videos. Pricks. I think Baked works for Fuentes now. God damn. That's awful. What happened to the no juice command? Did it stop working? Sometimes they'll just stop working, so I don't know. Ashton is hot, though. Ashton was pretty cute. I was surprised he locked that one down for a minute. Yeah, Domina Morgul. That was kind of the point. Yeah, I'm glad I succeeded in getting that across. Jim saying nothing about Ralph dropping the audience that got them there in the first place. Well, demanding more evidence than he needed for the other person, but there's way more there's enough circumstantial evidence to back up at least the idea that it could be going on. Anyway. To be honest, I think Jim's not tweeted because he's become a dad. If that's the case, good for him, man. Honestly, a lot of people are having family right now. I think it's important for everyone to not lose track on the things that matter more, like maintaining your family and your close-knit social circle. All this internet shit, this is dumb. All of this could be gone tomorrow. Instead, focus on building up things in your real life.
And you ladies, are you aware of that? Just how powerful I am?
Just how powerful he is. We love our cops. That's absolutely true. Quebecers don't speak real French. That's right. That's right. Yeah, remember how much shit they gave Baked for doing drugs? The whole thing. That's the thing. That entire sector of the internet, they're all hypocrites.
We must secure
They'll talk about something being degenerate on one show. They'll denounce it on one show, and then the following show, they'll be defending somebody for doing the same fucking thing. They'll cultivate an audience of people who are conservative, like anti-drug, and then you'll have the pill stream, and then you'll have Dick Masterson on acid. The whole thing is filled with inconsistencies. Just everyone's a fucking sellout. Everyone's like a complete hypocrite, more to the point, because much like this, what's her name? Pokimane or whatever. She's a Twitch e-thought streamer. I don't know if I'm being overly simplistic in my definition of that, but to my understanding, that's who she is. And now that all of the people that talk in your memologies and people like that, I've seen this shit all over my timeline. People demanding that this chick who accidentally showed a Pornhub tab open on her stream, and everyone's calling to get her banned. Fuck this chick. Throw the book at her. Well, wait a minute. When it happened to somebody you liked, you were sitting here saying the rules were bullshit, and now you're demanding that these bullshit rules, the rules you said were bullshit, now because it's somebody you don't like, now those rules are fair. That's the thing. Everyone's a fucking phony. Everybody's a phony. No one they'll be, this is the line, I'm gonna draw this line, but then when it's somebody they like, or somebody they don't like even, that line in the sand gets moved. It's pretty well known that Tom Steyer only hires musicians. Dude, man, I just got blown the fuck out. We're not talking about some dude that plays guitar on his downtime. I'm talking about baked fucking Alaska, man. I mean, you've got a fair point. Jim legally changed his name, got found out, new name doxed, house doxed, and then he disappears. Now he's moving or changing names again, or both. Oh man, that fucking... I didn't know that. Shit. No, because I was even behind hearing about his Patreon getting shut down. I didn't even know about that until recently. Somewhat recently. If that's the case, Gino, that sucks, man. That's a lot of shit to have to deal with all of a sudden. Let's see. Just catching up here. I made rice and chili. That actually sounds really good. I saw a quarter pounder justify shilling raid. Cringe. Yeah, well, you gotta... Sellouts gotta stand by each other, you know? And Dick is only sucking up to our side of the internet because he got canceled due to Matic Ops and can't get anyone else outside of our fringe community. That could very well be more true than either of us would want it to be. Let's see if Jim gets pinned for Gamergate, he's going to jail. I don't know, man. Yeah, H3 and the Keemstar thing, that's disgraceful. Alright. So I think we probably spent enough time on this. Do I have everything ready? The beard protector. Beard masks. I see what you mean. Oh yeah, the IBS rap battle. Did you make that, Gino? I saw that earlier. That was some good shit. Yeah, I did see the simp conspiracy thread get locked. Yeah, so Brent Baked had some cringe rap shit. Had some? Are you kidding me, man? It's putting it a bit mildly. Some of the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's and not even self-aware cringe. And speaking of self-aware cringe, I got a video clip for you guys. I can't remember how I came across this clip. I can't remember if it was me just browsing Twitter or if I clicked on it from somewhere, but yeah, it was The Truth Is Out. That was very well done. I was impressed. Like, you usually put out pretty quality shit, but that was above par even by your standards. I know that sounds like I'm being a massive kiss ass, but I'm just being honest. It was really good. Let's see. Yeah, so.
Server.
Oh yeah, you're probably a fag that wanted to dox me or something, huh?
He did. That's a doctor word.
Oh yeah, I'm Gnostic. I'm the faggot you were literally flirting with in DM.
He said flag.
No.
Yeah.
He's referring.
Remember when you were flirting with that tranny in DMs? Mm-mm. Do you remember when you were talking to that other girl called Suspiria?
Yeah, I remember that girl that was like fat and ugly that was like DMing.
Yeah, she had your phone number. That's
that was the one, yeah.
You gave your phone number to.
A Google Voice number. Oh no, I'm fucking up.
So you gave your number to a fat ugly girl.
I gave a Google Voice number to a girl.
Yeah, and you want to call the server I hang around being gay? I mean, you mind all the gayness that was there.
Hubris is a very fitting name right now, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, high latency sucks. I am sorry about it. I apologize. I did select it on several different occasions, but I had to set up the stream through OBS in order to get it to go live. Yeah, just everyone hanging out with the Catboy. Nothing to see here, chat. Just when I was thinking, no joke, I'm taking notes since we got a humble audience tonight. Grab my notes here. I've been writing, or I've been trying to work on this Fuentes stuff, and one of the things that has just a big blank spot because there's a section for the Irony Bros, and I have jack shit on Hubris and Beardson, and I do want to incorporate them into the story a little bit because they are players into this thing. I mean, they are part of that Patrick Little debate or whatever. And again, this documentary isn't just going to be shitting all over the Irony Bros, Nick Fuentes. The point is to tell a story about trying to monetize ideas and political momentum from anonymous image boards and how that can turn out for you if you were to try to do the same thing. But then right as I was going, I'm like, hey, Hubris, what clip is this? Click. Oh, he's hanging out with Catboy. Oh, he got catfished. Oof. Oof. Turbo fucking oof. Oh, the Catboy who drinks a straw out of a horse dildo? No, that's the straightest thing I've ever seen, man. It's just irony, bro. You clearly don't get it. It's not going to work. They'll just block you. Yeah, all of these people, that's the funny thing, that hypocrisy that exists, right? And that's a word that's probably what I should have called the show instead of Nadir. On one end, they'll say, when somebody blocks them, like Dame Pesos is talking shit to Mundane Matt. Mundane Matt blocks him and goes, he can't handle the banter, it's so funny, right? And then when somebody gives him a little bit of shit, it's, I'm so important. This person's just nothing to me. I don't want to deal with Spurg. They come up with all of these bullshit excuses so that they don't have to accept that they themselves can't handle the fire they try to bring to others. It's really fun. It's a consistent thing. A lot of these personalities, they'll have these internet armies, right? There's a lot of momentum from their audience. And then when that audience, after they spent years explaining how they're not responsible for them, yada, 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 when it comes back around, suddenly it's different. Suddenly that same explanation doesn't stand. Well, it's different for me. I couldn't find the Doom vid. I don't even know what it's called. It's been a while since I've logged into that account. Just search into YouTube Boom Guy Reviews, and it should be a Doom Eternal video. So is Catboy the new Hitler or something? What gives? He might as well be. I mean, I couldn't think of a more fitting representative for this side of the internet, honestly. Rip Porcelain. Rip Porcelain. Absolutely. I'm several months late trying to finish something, but Nick Fuentes is proud of his block list. He is. It's so sad. It's so sad. When it's his fans giving other people shit, it's like, oh, look at these whiny bitches who can't handle a little bit of banter. But then when it comes back around, it's, oh, well, you know, these people are annoying. Oh, they're actually... Just admit that you can't handle the same shit you brought to others and that you are an absolute hypocrite. Let's see. Porcelain. Hubris has a girlfriend. Cammy has talked about having a girlfriend. Sure. No, I don't doubt that Hubris is... Because I think I've seen him with women before. But I'm going to be 100% with you. No way is a 100% straight man, a non-bi-curious man, going to hang out with Catboy Cammy. Let alone do a stream with the guy. No fucking way. He's got to at least be 1% bi-curious. That's all there is to it. I like cigarettes and the indoors, but Obama and Trump say no. Well, that's a great way to really give me an excuse. Laughs and Taco. I don't really care for... Dame Pesos is great at making compilations. That was earlier today. It was on Chill Stream Uncut on YouTube and or DLive. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the Sticks debate. Yeah, I'm not really... I'm not too interested. Like, actual debates... Remember, this is the whole thing about blood sports. It was supposed to be the anti-intellectual debates. The, oh, well, respectfully, sir, I would like to disagree with you on this one premise. No, blood sports is supposed to find two people with huge grudges against one another and let them scream at each other. Formal debates are gay. We've been saying that for years, and now it's like we're going to bring back internet blood sports, but make it watered-down, moderated debates. Where people are just sweeping it up in the chats. You got Bibble over there sweeping furiously, trying to make sure he's the last standing member of the Killstream crew. Just sad. Every last one of these people is fucking sad. And I don't even hold any animosity because I just feel bad for them. I guess this is what pity feels like. Easy to be banned from the Guns Twitter, or even better, the fucking chat. According to the leaks, Ralph is a Boogie2988 of the side of the internet. Well, at least he didn't choose to be the Etika of this side of the internet. Oh yeah, the Groiper, that thing splintered off really quickly. A Gab is a big blocker too. Hell yeah, I was one of the first blocked by Gab. It was great. I just called them out on one bullshit thing. Channel only got one sub, really? Yeah, man. That's why I guess, oh, okay, this is getting buried into the search results. Abandoned ship. I'll start asking, hey, would you hang out with Catboy Cammy? If it's a yes, it's a deal breaker. I think it's fair. It's new IBS. That's right. It's my favorite old debate. Patrick Little versus Nick Fuentes. That's my favorite one. And it's not even a fair debate. I see why Patrick Little gets pissed off, but it's still funny. OBS does not work anymore. Ah, no, it's fine. I'm still straight, but I don't know exactly what you mean, but that's fine, man. Everyone's kind of become lame, so I'd hate to break the cycle. Have you seen his TikTok? Oh, I have. Yeah, I should be about caught up now. I was just gonna re-chat for a minute, but maybe give it another minute. Bake's Downfall was a good stream. That was a good stream. The right is banned from saying what's real and it killed blood sports. I think a lot of people were so dedicated to keeping Griff going that everyone had to start watering down everything, and it made everything less genuine. That's alright, man. I appreciate it. Love you too, bud. See, I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna ban anybody for talking. There are situations where if I could be held personally responsible for like personal information being in chat, I'm gonna do my best to moderate for things that I feel are ethical, right? Things that are my responsibility. But there are certain things that are outside of my control, and I think, of course, we all understand that. But for that reason, I'm not gonna sit here and while my show is going, just, oh, I don't like that comment, delete. I don't like that one, delete. You'll never see me do that. And if I do ever do that, remind me, chat. Remind me. Oh, what was the caller saying to Sean in that clip? No, he was saying that he catfished him. That he was saying, hey, bud, you know that chick you were talking to? Oh, yeah, that one chick, that fat chick? Yeah, well, that fat chick got your number, remember? I got your phone number. Oh, well, it's just a Google Voice number. You still gave your number to a girl on the internet, you thirsty bastard. AP is like, I haven't seen AP in a while. I've always liked that guy, though. I go through so many personal accounts that I use on my downtime that I forget half of my subs. Like, all of the channels I'm subbed to on one channel, I'm not subbed to on another, so I forget a lot of people do content. It's lame, but I started my YouTube channel because I thought these shills were cool and thought I wanted to do streams with them, but they're all fakes. Only Chap keeps it real. Fucking amen to that, man. I 100% agree with you. A lot of these people I started talking to because I kind of believed in everything. And everyone got kind of outed as being an absolute phony. Just, I guess, what happens. It's the, and I don't even harbor, like, tangible animosity. It's just disappointment. You know, when you were a kid and your parents would say, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. It's that. Like, I'm not angry with you, I'm thoroughly unimpressed. That's it. The Doom video you made is buried. That does not surprise me. And I thought I had such a good intro, too. Yeah, AP's still doing his shows. I've been on, I think, 3 of his streams, and I had a good time every time. One of the times, it was Cog and Iden Paladin and myself. That was a good fucking show. I was laughing the entire time as Iden Paladin's describing an old Asian woman, like, in a porn. And just her explaining it was one of the funniest things. Just something about a person trying to objectively describe this sort of thing. Funny as hell. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Let's start drinking, then we'll talk about the fucking news articles I pulled up that I'm mostly uninterested in, if I'm honest with you. Mostly uninterested in. I mean, no, there's some good shit. Whoa, I missed an hour. You didn't miss much, unfortunately. Let's see, I'm gonna scroll back up. Unknown person says, to be honest, I've owned some fat chicks. Fat chicks buy skinny guys drinks at bars and I can't turn them away. I'm gonna be fucking real. Most women are not fat. The way I see it, if I jive with somebody, I don't really care so much about, like, them having a shape. I mean, I clearly have a standard, right? And I do attract fairly attractive women, but, like, if a woman's cool and spicy and shit, and she's just, like, has that je ne sais quoi, I don't care if she's not a fucking 10. Like, to me, personality is far more attractive than Then again, you know, if we're gonna have a thick woman, I do expect some hips, some hips and some titty. Not to sound incredibly crass. Did I hear Poland cucked and is having citizens phone photo in pics of self-quarantine to the government? Never saw that coming. No, I haven't heard of that shit. That's fucking crazy. Oh, COG? Yeah, I never followed COG. In passing, like as a someone to talk to on a show. I didn't mind him so much, but I wasn't that big of a fan of his show. It just wasn't my thing. But I did hear about how he to own people on the internet, like doxed himself and his family, which is a fucking bold move. I don't even know what to say about that. You can't fire me, I quit. Alright. How is the gut not dead from alcohol poisoning? You know, that's what they call a Ralpha male. A Ralpha male. I said I was scheming on a black chick at work. Nah, I couldn't have been, because I don't think I've worked with a black chick in, like, years. No, there was a... I won't give away her ethnicity, but she wasn't white. But she was absolutely trying to fuck me while she was working there. Like, she was banging... She had a boyfriend. She was banging one of the cooks who also was dating a girl who was pregnant, who came in... Like, so it was just a bad situation. But this... I don't know if it's because... this is how I know. This is just how food and beverage places go. So another chick that worked there that everyone really likes, just a pretty young girl, she was into me. And because this chick hated that chick, she was trying to get into my pants to just own on this chick. And straight up, her boyfriend was black. I told her to her face, I said, I don't fuck around with girls that date black guys. I'm sorry. No, since then, she was every night like, hey, you want to come out and drink with me tonight? Have a drink after work at the bar? She's not even an unattractive woman, quite honestly. Huge titties. Nice butt, too. But, yeah. Shit, we gotta take this drink, folks. This drink right here is for the first night. A cheers to the first night that we will be able to get out of our houses, because I gotta tell you, folks, I gotta get laid. Like, I gotta go out. It's not even I want to get laid, because I could get that if I wanted to right now. I want to go out and sweet talk some women. I want to have some drinks. I want to pay too much for food that isn't that good. I want that experience of going out and having a good fucking time and making myself look like a dipshit sometimes, and making myself look cool in other times. This shot right here is a cheers to the night where I will be able to re-experience life once again. Cheers, everybody. No, I probably revealed my power levels a little too much, but even the girl, right? Like, we would go hang out after work. The hot one that giggled every time I made a joke. It was great. She was kind of my wingman. I would just bring her around, and women would just flock to me because I'm sitting here, I'd make a few jokes, and she's just giggling every time I would say something, and all of a sudden they just swirl in. It's crazy. I'm looking forward to going out as soon as she comes back, or I'm going out as soon as Corona's gone. Sounds like it's raining. Oh. An alpha beta. I'll give you your wings, chat. Let me fly you to Israel. We can go to Burning Man. Never gonna get tired of that.
How dare you?
How dare I indeed. Yeah, I'm with you, Jodima. How much do I weigh and how tall am I? I'm 5'11", and I'm right around like 175. No plaques. You know, what can you do? I'm a man who's grown and found out what he likes and what he doesn't like, so it's an important thing. Son, are you winning? Does this look like losing, sir? You know something, Lofi? Yeah, I'll give you your wrench back. I randomly give and take wrenches away, but typically if it's somebody I recognize that says, hey, give me a wrench, I'll give you a wrench. I'm the gay bestie. I fucking hope not, man. Like, first of all, not only do I not find men attractive, but just the process for which they express their affection, not something I'm into. Not anything I ever wanted to explore. Just not for me. I'm not going to judge other people. Well, maybe I will judge them a little bit, but it's not for me. Just the irony on this side of the internet in Israel. As far as I can tell, I'm the only person that brought that up, still to this day. Anyone who's talked about the simp text, I'm the only one that go, hey, did he just offer this chick a free fucking flight to Israel? How's no one latched onto that detail yet? Also, no man is 5'11", it's lies. 5'11 and a half. 6 foot on a good day. That means 5'5" and 280 pounds, you know it. Fucking outed. 6'3" and 175. Oh man, lanky fucker. I don't mean that in a bad way. Shit, I might not even be 175. It might even be closer to like 170. You're saying you wouldn't hang out with Catboy Cammy? No. I would walk across the street on the other side of the road if I saw him walking on the same side as me. No shit. None of my clothes fit me because I've been losing so much weight these last year and a half since Paradise went up in flames. I can't gain weight. It's kind of frustrating. I don't eat fast food anymore, but well, like once a week I'll get some Taco Bell, but Dick Masterson confirmed glow in the dark. There are a few things that I don't really want to say at the moment. The mystery will probably make you think that I have more than I do, but something's up. Something doesn't... This water tastes like there's a little bit more fluoride than usual, you know what I mean? Fix your posture, stop bending over a computer all day watching anime porn. I'm not into hentai, but point still taken. That's still... One of the things, to this day, I still catch myself slouching over and not, like, standing up straight. Dude, it is raining fucking shit out there. Taco Bell tacos are actually pure soy and flavoring. Ugh. Well, I guess I'll just make my own tacos. I make really good tacos. I'm a good cook. I seen Baked Alaska in Las Vegas inside a Chick-fil-A. That sounds about right. What did Dick do? So, if you're unfamiliar, some texts leaked out from a former lover of his, a second girlfriend, and some of the texts, it's a guy sweet talking a girl, but he's going really hard. Like I'll buy you wings, you know, all sorts of shit that somebody who's seemingly pretty desperate might say to a woman he's really into. What I got that was kind of funny to me is I saw him tweeting out earlier that this chick was trailer park trash. She's trying to get popular. Well, she was trailer park trash, but she was popping fucking pills when she was living with you. So was she trailer park trash when you were saying, I'm going to give her a ride to Israel to go to Burning Man with me? I'm going to set you up, baby. Whatever I can do to throw money at you and save your life, I'm going to do it. And then later you say she's trailer park. I mean, it says more about Dick than it does about her, doesn't it? That, yeah, maybe she is trailer park trash, but you're the fucking one that was simping for her. All of a sudden, she's not all that great. Confirmed Mexican. Oh, Dios mío.
So the texts themselves weren't very interesting. There were a few bits in there that illuminate like a personal insecurity that he might have. Like when I was reading through it, I was thinking to myself, like, man, these are funny, but they're really more sad than anything else. But seeing the reaction from certain people coming forward and saying people aren't talking about this, or that there's a massive conspiracy theory, it has unraveled a series of events that was far more interesting than a few fucking leaked messages. Jamie Lynn Hughes. Yeah, I gotta say, right? Like, she's not ugly, but when it's like, this is a supermodel, right? And I'm thinking, oh man, she's probably pretty hot. And then I looked up, she's less attractive than my last girlfriend. I was thinking to myself, like, man, imagine begging for pussy like this from a woman that is this attractive, who has clear fucking drug dependency issues. It was just bad. We love our cops and our law enforcement. Yeah. No, I know I've leaned into the meme a little bit, but no, I'm not Mexican. That meme comes from a stream of mine where I drank a little too much. And I was trying to explain that, you know, like most Americans, I have a handful of Native American DNA. I don't know if handful is the proper word, but... and after everyone kept saying I was a Mexican over and over again, you know, I forgot that some of the people there, I don't normally come by the stream, so I'm like, no, not Mexican, you dipshit. Like, I was getting a little irritated reiterating a point over and over again until it occurred to me that these people were just there to try to, like, provoke a response. So it wasn't my failure to get a point across. But no, I'm not actually Mexican until it's expedient and monetarily incentivizing to be Mexican. And if that's the case, oh, Dios mío, would you guys like me to make you a fucking taco? I will wear that sombrero shame all night. I will wear it. Okay, so let's actually we've been kind of just free-malling so far. Get off my phone is right. Gotta love that hubris. Okay, I wanted to share this with you guys. So we have an image from a supposed doctor, Shanti Ackers, MD. Not wearing a mask is a sign of your privilege. It means that even in a pandemic with thousands of people dying, you know, all the medical staff are being laid off, but thousands of people dying, you have not been touched by sorrow. Trust me, if you actually had seen COVID-19 in action ravaging the human body, you'd be wearing a mask. Right here on the side of the boxes of masks, this product is an ear loop mask. This product is not a respirator and will not provide any protection against COVID-19 or other viruses or contaminants. Wearing an ear loop mask does not reduce the risk of contracting any disease or infection. User is solely responsible for the selection of appropriate PPE for the setting and application. Change immediately if contaminated. So what's even the point of the masks? They don't even fucking work. You know, all of these people going out, you gotta be wearing masks. How dare you not wear the masks? And then it says on the box of masks, doesn't actually help. Because like I mentioned earlier, it's not at all about trying to keep people safe. It's about keeping people conditioned. It's about humiliating people who don't roll with whatever bullshit they want people to roll with. Let's see here. Kind of just crazy to see all this play out. But I got something else too. You know, I could just show you on Google instead. Let's see, medical staff furlough. And if you go into news, you'll see that although there are numerous accounts, they've updated it since there are more articles. Since there have been large amounts of people who have been furloughed, medical employees who have been unemployed lately because there's no business in the hospital. Got to flatten the curve, right? That's what all this is about. All of us need to stop working, making money, paying our bills, because we need to flatten the curve. It's really, like I said, it's really just humiliation tactic. Let's see. UW Medicine furloughing 1,500 staffers. That's the newest story that's come out. But still, across the board, you haven't seen any of the main news outlets covering this, have you? You have, on YouTube, constant 24/7 coverage of COVID-19, but no one's talking about the people that are getting laid off. Kind of weird, right? Flatten the curve like the flat earth. I believe, sir. Only 10% of my people in my village wear masks. It's higher where I'm at. It wasn't so high at first, but now it's closer to like 60, 70%. I go out and go grocery shopping because I'm not wearing that fucking mask, okay? But I go out and everyone looks at me like I'm walking around with my dick out. Yeah, it only helps if you're if you're contaminated, if you have the disease, and if you have the disease, you shouldn't be out at all anyway. Past 3 years, death tolls have been on a quarterly basis. Quarterly basis. Alcohol sales are up 60% since Corona. Well, you know what's more important? I think this is the intended effect, really, if I'm being... I mentioned the conditioning, but a secondary effect of getting people comfortable with being led around by a police state is that all of these family-owned businesses shut the fuck down. They can't compete with these other companies right now. And guess who's getting a loan? And guess who's getting a grant? New York has it the worst. Well, apparently, supposedly California has it the worst too, and there are no cases. Well, there are no continuing cases. Everybody who was diagnosed has been cured or treated, recovered. That's the word I'm looking for. Everyone has recovered in my area. The double digits of COVID cases we have where I live, all of them, 100% have been recovered. Matter of fact, people are pretty pissed off where I live. Everyone wants to go back to work. And, I got the news yesterday that I might not be going back to work, chat. Which is kind of maybe a blessing in disguise because I really need to move out of the state, but I kind of needed my job to help save up to do that. So, chat, I'm going to take another shot and we'll talk about some more shit. This shot right here is dedicated to the future, which is not set in stone. True freedom lies in front of me, and I don't even know what to do with it. That's the thing when you live your life as a prisoner. When you finally get freedom, you have no idea what to do with it. It's not even what you imagined. It's a responsibility more than anything. Anyway, cheers, everybody. I mean, I'm assuming people won't get their jobs back. Cheaper workforce will be used. 100% agree with you. And what's even more frustrating is those people that they're going to hire are probably also getting off the books help from the government. Well, I'm getting led around, right? I paid fair and square, honestly, into my unemployment. They keep rejecting my claim and demanding that I file again. I've done this. I lost count. I think it's 5 times. It might be 6 that I've fucking refiled for unemployment, and they keep denying it. But then somebody who is just an undocumented person, they get their kickbacks. Makes me think maybe I just need to be undocumented. Over my dead body, man. You'll have to shoot me. I will go as I please, where I please in my fucking nation that my family died for, alright? Nah, stay in California. I said so. Kiss my ass, buddy. How about that? That's what I love. All of the anti-unification across the entire nation. All these states hate each other. Why are we even a fucking country if all of these states hate each other? Why call you my brother? Huh? Why should I bleed for you? Explain me that. Yeah, truly, why are we even still a country is my point, right? People from the East hate the fucking West. We don't seem to have a fabric of morality. Things that we all agree on that are part of us. Our values as a nation. They don't exist anymore. Everyone just fucking hates each other. And you know what? I kind of see why. Everyone's insufferable. Everyone's fucking insufferable. I want to leave California. Hey, mate, don't make fun of California. No, that's not what I'm saying. You see, this is something I see a lot. Is people will say, well, you guys voted for this. You deserve it. Well, would you say the same thing about the president and the things they do in the Senate and the House of Representatives? You realize that they don't actually count our votes, right? You're not so foolish to think they acknowledge democracy, are you? I don't think so. I mean, I'm not going to hate on a guy from being from a fucking democratic state because it's out of their control, just as much as I think it's dumb to be on the other side with it going the other way. Apply for the stimulus if you can't get the UI. I did get my Trump stimulus, thankfully, but I don't know. I'm getting really cynical. I mean, you guys would be really surprised. Most of the people who live in Northern California do not identify at all with the values that are popularized as Californian opinions. That's why there was a big push to separate the state a few years ago. And it always gets co-opted and dissolves every single time. Unknown person. I think you're doing are you doing a Gator bit? Are you doing Gator? Is it fake Gator under an alt account? Let's see. Voted. Yeah, I look. I know how jaded and cynical it is to say that the whole thing's a charade and they don't actually count our votes. But let's be honest, they don't actually count our votes. Not unless it's a dead person. California's too expensive in general. Just move. Well, I'm at least going to stick around so I can try to get my own employment, because if they pay me from all the way back in March, it's going to be really good. That's going to be a good payday. And it should be enough to start a life in a different state, I'm hoping for. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm just a little skeptical. Oh, VZ, okay, for sure. No, I mean, I totally get all of the criticism, the anti-Californian rhetoric. I really do. But I don't think most people realize that in 10 years they're going to be in the same boat. And you can bet your ass I'm going to be sitting there going, well, guess what, guys? You voted for this, remember? You put these people in charge. When it's in a red state, right, by a guy who's a neocon and a complete shill for Israel, remember to tell them, hey, you voted for this, remember? So you can't complain because you voted. It's kind of weird when you actually live in a fascist state and it's not the kind we wanted. You know, that's something I say to people, right? All of occasion, people IRL will talk about the potential benefits and negatives behind living in a fascist state. What I always bring up is fascism could be optimal if the people in charge were competent. But we all know the only people who are in charge or have a say-so in things are, well, maybe they're competent at some things, but as far as competency regarding our well-being, jack shit. They don't give a flying fuck. Come to Texas wild like every other Californian. I will say, most people I meet in this area are full-on Republicans. I don't know if their power levels are as high as some people would like, but at least in this area, nobody likes these ultra-liberal policies. Everybody's pissed off at the government constantly. Last time the government just straight up blocked the vote. Yeah, at the end of the day, this whole democracy thing it's a charade. It's done to appease the masses. It's done so that people can feel like they still have power so they won't revolt. Giving the people just enough authority so they maybe can decide whether or not they want to paint arrows on their sidewalk. Anyway. Just love this idea that masks, we need to have masks, everybody. Yeah, I wanted to bring this. Where's is it Carlos Oswald? Because he's not Thomas Victor anymore. Yeah, because some asshole had him banned. And I'm across the board against banning people, right? Especially when it interferes with my content, things I will find interesting, things I might use to spice up my boring fucking day. So when people like Thomas Victor or whoever get banned and half the people say it's bullshit and the other half go, oh, well, technically he did break the rules, guys. It just makes life less flavorful. I hate the GOP. Hey, man, my neighborhood is Republican. We're based here. You really don't understand what I'm saying, do you? So I am not a Republican or GOP, but the reason I explained that a lot of the people here are Republican is to demonstrate that they are against the particular policies you are criticizing, that you say we voted in. Now, to say I don't like the Republicans doesn't mean... Like, I don't have to explain this, right? Like, maybe you just misunderstood me, but... Me saying Northern Californian areas are Republican isn't to demonstrate that they're great. It is to demonstrate that there is a direct disconnect between how they're being represented versus what they actually believe. It's not that I actually support the GOP, because they're both sides. We all know this. Both sides are playing like they're actually against one another. That also is a charade, right? Just like our voting is a fucking charade. These people don't hate each other. As soon as the cameras go out, they fucking go out and have dinner together. I'm trolling you, man. Okay. You see, I appreciate letting me know, because I might have continued pushing that point for a minute. Low IQ. Hey, actually, I'm above room temperature, okay, buddy? Name them right now. How dare you, sir? I'll let you know that Dr. Leibowitz, Dr. Goldstein, and Dr. Goldsman are all my closest allies. I'm a National Socialist, Wild. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I prescribe to anything. I checked your donation Zippy. You're probably right. I need to start lighting up some incense and burning some sage and maybe taking a dab. Gino with $5 through Streamlabs. Here's your moving away fund, or for more alcohol. You know, both good. Also, would you play my IBS rap video on a break or something? You know, we've had an hour and a half. I feel like that's a good excuse before we get into Thomas Victor to get into some of that IBS stuff, or IBS rap. Have you guys heard this? This picture of... I can't... Man, the quartering. Yeah, let's check this out. It's a fun little video. I will be back shortly. I'm going to go refill my drink.
This is Dr. Phil showing his ignorance today, but I've been in quarantine, so I'm spending more time on social media than normal. So I've been finding things that I have no idea what the hell they mean. Come on, guys. You need to give me a translation guide. Here's one. Simp.
Yeah, man. What are you doing?
Talking to Mint's, trying to talk to Mint's dad. What's wrong with
Why
that?
Are you trying to talk to Mint's dad?
Because he's being a fucking asshole, Had. Did you not get that part? Do you know how people behave when no one calls them out?
So why are you doing it live on air?
to humiliate him. Humiliate him.
All you want to talk about is getting blocked on Twitter and getting banned from chats while we're fucking chicks.
Are you not a Mexican Jew?
The guy's a Mexican Jew.
Do whatever you want to do. You're the white guys that can't get white pussy.
None of us can get pussy but you, the middle-aged fucking Mexican manlet. Sure. You're coping for the fact that you've been exposed and embarrassed, and everybody in chat knows that I'm right and you're wrong.
Motherfucker!
Is yelling cool now? Is yelling epic there, Dimples?
This is righteous. This is punishment from God. Righteous. Right now. Righteous. Righteous. Right now.
You loose-ass left cock-taint sucking motherfucker!
I want to point out, it's very clear that everybody is raising their voice.
What have you ever done in your life? I live in a Barbie's dream mansion.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about what really matters. Let's talk about...
Because I go out of here, I fuck my girlfriend in a fucking mansion. Meanwhile, you and whoever you have in the background, your fucking hype man, stick your thumbs up each other's asses and jerk each other off, telling you what a great job you did. You fucking...
There are more important things than money and women, beyond the mentality of a 16-year-old boy.
I'm extremely intelligent.
I know, I have a higher verbal IQ than you, it's sad.
This is righteous. This is punishment from God. Righteous. Right now. Righteous. Righteous. Right now. This is righteous. This is punishment from God. Righteous. Right now. Righteous. 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 This is righteous. This is punishment from God. Righteous. Right now. Righteous. Righteous. Right now. This is righteous. This is punishment.
This is righteous. See, what would you rather have? A Barbie dream mansion? A girlfriend to cuck your other girlfriend? Or a fan base like PPP? I just realized the music and the words are supposed to go together. I think considering the amount of work that would have gone into trying to make them go together, it was pretty well done. Dick is boring and tiresome to me by 2017. I haven't understood why he remained popular, even his Facebook fan page is turned on him. Yeah, I see some of his stuff posted to the subreddit, so I have to go to his subreddit to check it out. Excuse me. But I will say, think to yourself, this is a show that promotes itself on Reddit and Facebook. Are any of you really shocked? I can't say that I am. PPP is still boring and doesn't really need to be on the internet. I mean, I think his some of his videos are pretty good. The way he'll cut like a promo, like a wrestling promo sort of, but it's a video. Some of those are good. They're not good 100% of the time, but they're good, fairly good frequency. He definitely got boring. Yeah, I think it was a little bit too much all at once. Yeah, Reddit T-Clips, if you haven't seen, there's this place called Reddit, where just about every pretentious person in the world goes to assert their intellectual superiority. On 4chan and 8chan, you might get somebody that will talk down to you about how they're a better person than you because of some random thing. But on Reddit, it's that they know more than you because of certain things. It's pretty much the same, just a little bit different. And Dick is mostly devolved into screaming equals funny now. I was pretty fucking funny hearing him scream about being the goddamn homecoming king. Never heard a man brag about that before. I didn't even know a homecoming king was a thing, to be 100% honest. So I wasn't sure if he was kidding. And then I thought to myself, is this something a man brags about? Is this alpha male? Is this the inevitable conclusion of masculinity, toxic masculinity? You either die the alpha or you live long enough to see yourself become a simp for a woman you say is white trash or trailer trash or whatever the fuck it was. That was the one thing I thought was funny. It came out like, this is trailer trash bitch, but well, wait, she was a trailer trash bitch when you were off on her free trips to Israel, my dude. I wasn't even the only person that thought that either. Let's see, is PPP as good as Mersh? I think PPP's got him beat in the promo game. I do. I wish Leo Pirate didn't bring back 2016. I mean, we should just let sleeping dogs lie. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I just saw a donation here. We had Pussy Boogers 1488 with $1. Remember when Trump said on 60 Minutes that the Clintons are great people and that he doesn't want to hurt them immediately after he won the election? Lock them up, right? Or lock her up, excuse me. Well, now it's become lock us up. Lock them up, right? If I were to ever go into politics, right, that would be the thing I would go for. Is I would say, no, we're going to lock every last one of these pricks up. So I'm going as a Republican, but I say we lock up both Democrats and Republicans. Maybe that's something we can all agree on, chat. Maybe we can finally reach out to Verified Twitter and say, hey, you can arrest all of the Republicans for treason, but we get to arrest all the Democrats for treason. If that's not a fair trade, I don't know what is. Like, why? That's a fucking net positive for the entire planet Earth. Just that everybody wins. It's a win-win-win. The only people who lose don't matter. So who gives a shit? See that? It's the same logic they use for us. Isn't it funny when you apply it back? I'm kidding, of course. Would I ever call into the Dick Show? I don't really call into shows anymore. Like, I don't even really listen to a lot of podcasts. If I had a reason, it would be like with the kill stream, right? It's the same thing I said now as I'll say, like, what I said 6 months ago. If I have a reason to go on, like a special, like a thing to talk about, an exclusive, a particularly hot take, if it's a special occasion, hell, even a Hill Stream 2 or something like that, or I don't know if the Dick Show does something similar to that. If it was something a little bit more special than to just show up and fill in for somebody and sit there as background noise, not interested in doing that. But if there is a specific reason to call in or a thing, I'd be more than happy to. But even when I was still cool with a lot of other people on the internet, I got real bored of just being there to kind of keep the lights on, so to speak. If I'm going to be somewhere, I want to be somewhere with a purpose and a thing. Anyway, thank you for the buck. And then myself, Wild Smile himself, wow, buddy, with $3. I love communism. We Californians will dominate the West. Bernie Sanders is based. I want to destroy the Midwest, East Coast, and Deep South. Especially the Deep South, am I right? I want to move and destroy the rest of the USA like my other Californian buddies. Mods, ban non-Californians. Ban for life. Banned across the board. Banned. Ooh, I'm seething, man. I'm heated underneath the collar. Am I tired of winning? I'm not tired of winning. Whatever President Kushner has going for us, keep it going, bud. Thumbs up from over here. Clipped. Awesome. Yeah, I tried to make it good for you. You paid your $3. You deserve it. Yeah. Oh my God, Bill Gates. Here's something I saw, right? Some of you might know of a channel I promote rather often on this channel. Probably besides Davey Crocco, one of the other channels, I'll be like, you should check these guys out, or check this guy out rather. Zintrax, nice fellow, good lad, absolute lad. One of the people, right? I gotta give him credit for this. Pulled my head out of my ass. He didn't reach out to me direct. Well, I think we did talk at some point, like, hey, what do you think about this COVID stuff? But it was the posts, the tweets and shit that I saw of him that kind of pulled my head out of my ass. Where I go, holy shit, you're right. This is all dumb propaganda. How did I not see this? And give a lot of credit to him. But anyway, I saw this through him. You know, we'll get to that, but I forgot. We're going to talk about Thomas Wichter getting attacked at his home. I fucking love this guy. This crazy boomer is one of the most interesting people on the internet. I know some people don't care for the guy because of how much of a loon he is, but that's what I find endearing about him. Let's see. I believe this is it. You know what I need is a glass of water, but I'm going to have liquor instead. But yeah, Thomas Wichter. Flabbergasted, if you will. Yeah, I will say, I'm a little rusty today. I don't feel like I'm in the... what's the word I'm looking for? I'm rusty, I guess. But Thomas Wichter had this experience of his that he detailed here. Thread, sorry I haven't been posting. Had me a little adventure, just like the John Carpenter movie Prince of Darkness. He always references something, but I haven't seen Prince of Darkness. I want to. I didn't even know that existed. Love John Carpenter. We never had homeless people here. When they started coming, they weren't violent. I've had a homeless woman arrested 5 times on my property. She kicks the back door and threatens to kill me. The cops told me last time that I'm on my own. Gavin Newsom opposes incarnation for any crime, so the cops are no longer arresting the violent homeless. They have free reign in our city. This is where the homeless woman sleeps on my property. Holy shit, guys. Does Thomas Wichter live in a mansion? 2 days ago, she brought a man with her. They settled in before the sun went down. I didn't know she had a man until I went out the back door and he instantly attacked me, knocked me down, so I hit my head on the cement. I defended myself. Remember, we will defend ourselves. But here's the aftermath. I got tendonitis shots. No idea whose blood this is, so now I have to be screened for HIV. This is inside the house, so it looks dark. He had a knife, but he didn't get a chance to use it. I think these are from his fingernails. I went down onto the cement first, but I was able to land on my knees. The other knee. You can't end up prone, that's when they pounce on you. The other knee, you can't... Oh, yeah. And finally, in his elbows. Didn't call the cops. He won't be incarcerated. Besides, he's in no condition to attack anyone else ever again. Neither is she. In the struggle, they fell and hurt themselves. I've never seen a crack pipe before. There was another one, but in the fight, they somehow got wedged up the woman's nose and then someone stamped on it. Must have been the boyfriend. Anyway, she had broken glass up her nose and in her mouth. Nasty, and boy, am I sore. It's funny how you do so much by instinct. I always had my fast reflexes. I always tell people that I can out-crazy anyone. It's good to know that I can. So all is well. Fact often mimics fiction. I wrote something just for myself over 20 years ago. We used to have a huge graffiti problem, so I wrong, it does say that somebody needed to invent a clear coating to put on all surfaces. This coating would chemically react to spray paint and send out a 6-foot jet of flame. You could judge by effectiveness of your municipal graffiti abatement program by driving around and counting the number of young men with melted faces. No one ever thinks to protect their face. Isn't that bizarre? You take the fight right out of people by utterly destroying their faces, and I mean permanently. Take the fight out of them. So I'll be back in a couple of days. Every muscle, tendon, and joint in my body is sore. But now I'm pretty sure I won't need to build a fence, as the cops have told me to do. You know what my state has done? The state has turned the cops into homeless people. My taxes support both, and both are parasites. Well, I told you that the law, it's the law of the jungle now. The state can't bitch if we fight like animals to defend ourselves. Addendum. The fight ended on the front porch. It went from the back down the driveway and onto the porch. I haven't checked out the battlefield until just now to sort of walk. This is the homeless woman's blanket. There are wrought iron chairs. They would each weigh 50 pounds. So yeah, the point really being that the state is just letting shit go. The state is, and this isn't even the only case. I got another story here for you guys in regards to this. Yeah, play the fucking cans. Absolutely play the cans. Here it is. This is the one here. Here we go. Suspect takes full advantage of California Judicial Council COVID catch and release program, embarks on lengthy crime spree. On April 3rd, Timothy Alvarado, 22 years old from La Mesa, was released from the Vista jail after serving the remainder of his sentence on a burglary conviction. Shortly after his release, Alvarado began staying in Escondido. Let's see. How many times was he released? Oh, we'll just go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. So he was caught and released more than 6 times. I say more than 6 because I might have, we'll have to read a little bit more. On May 2nd, Alvarado was arrested for driving a minivan that had been stolen from a used car lot. On May 4th, Alvarado was arrested for driving a stolen Jaguar sedan that had been taken from the area of Morningview Drive and Lincoln Avenue. On May 10th, Alvarado was arrested in a Mitsubishi Lancer that had been taken from an apartment complex on 640 West Lincoln Avenue and Escondido. So, this dude is awful at this, just based on the fact that he gets caught so many fucking times. On May 14th, Alvarado was arrested in the area of Mission Avenue and Broadway driving the same stolen Mitsubishi Lancer that he was arrested for stealing 4 days prior. Amazing. The vehicle had been stolen from the same apartment complex sometime overnight. It should be noted that Alvarado was contacted by the police 2 other times on May 12th and May 15th, where he received citations that would not have been bookable in jail even without the emergency bail procedures. On May 12th, he was cited for municipal code violation in the 200 block of W Mission Avenue. And on May 15th, he was arrested for resisting arrest. Don't you love that? Well, it was resisting arrest and possession of drug paraphernalia. But I love arrested for resisting arrest. It's like being having charges brought against you for lying to the FBI, and those are the only charges they bring against you. An obvious shakedown. On May 16th, an Escondido police supervisor was fueling up his patrol vehicle at the City of Escondido Public Works Yard. The Public Works Yard is across the flood control channel from the Escondido Sprinter Station at 796 West Valley Parkway. The supervisor heard someone yelling "Stop!" coming from the area of Sprinter Station. The supervisor drove over to the perimeter fence and observed a suspect wearing a hooded sweatshirt emerge from the bushes near the Sprinter platform. The suspect then began running west down the bike path towards Tulip Street. The victim then emerged from the bushes holding his neck, and he was yelling at the suspect to stop. The supervisor made his way over to the victim and discovered that he had been stabbed in the neck and was bleeding profusely. The victim, an adult male transient, was transported to Malamar Medical Center where he underwent emergency surgery. Victim is currently recovering at the hospital and is listed in stable condition. The suspect was detained by the police within minutes on the bike path just west of Tulip Street and was identified as Timothy Alvarado. So maybe they'll actually keep him this time. Who knows? Who can really say? I suspect that more fuckery will go around. He'll probably release him again. Alright. And we had a super chat that didn't come through. But it's in the chat, so I'm glad I caught it as it was scrolling because it did not pop up in my feed. Daniel Charney with $5. Do you ever listen to Come Town? Nick Mullen is a red-pilled troll hiding amongst Chapo leftists. It's one of those words that's always doesn't roll off my tongue all that well. And actively eroding their mental health. I've heard of it before. I've heard of Nick Mullen before, but I didn't know they were associated. If I can... No, I have a piece of paper right here. Well, I don't have a piece... What I don't have is a piece of ink. Come Town. I see, there's something unappealing about the name Come Town. I gotta be honest. That's not something I want to watch. Just based on the name. It's legit. Oh, you mean the movie that Victor was talking about? Yeah. Carpenter's worst movie, don't bother. Alright. Pouring out for our poor criminal. So we got medical staff getting laid off. Where are we at now? We got Biden's leaked call. Would you believe it, guys? But there is proof of Joe Biden out there being corrupt. It's a shocker, right? I'm as surprised as anyone. I'll go ahead and... It's only 46 seconds long. There is 2 clips. We probably don't need to play both clips. But let's go ahead and run that clip.
Hey, Mr. President Joe Biden, how are you?
Very well indeed. All the time when I hear your voice, it's a great pleasure for me.
Well, I'm on Air Force 2, and I think we're going to stay connected. We just took off, and I'm hoping this connection will stay open. Assuming that there is a new government and a new prosecutor general, I am prepared to do a public signing of the commitment for the $1 billion. Again, I'm not suggesting that that's what you want or don't want. I'm just suggesting that that's what we're prepared to do. Hey, Mr. President Joe Biden.
All right, so that's the first chunk there. Okay, listen here. Like, I don't know about listening to all of this.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Your call is reconvened.
Petro, can you hear me?
Yeah, that was better.
I can hear you better too. I'm sorry. You were saying, I missed what you were saying.
The Situation Room.
Leaving Sundays to do the Minnesota.
That's easy, man. I tell you what, I'd like to be with you instead of Minnesota right now, but go ahead. Good.
Get the fuck back!
No, I have...
Stay the fuck back. Absolutely. Joe Biden, I don't want you 6 feet near anybody I know.
Second positive news for you. Yesterday, I met with the General Prosecutor's Office.
Yes.
And despite of the fact that we didn't have any corruption charges, not have any information about doing something wrong, I especially asked him, no, it was the day before yesterday, I especially asked him to resign. As his position as a state person, and despite of the fact that he has a supporting power, And as a finish of my...
I said it's not even hot outside.
He promised me to give me the statement on resignation. And 1 hour ago, he bring me the written statement of his resignation.
Great.
And this is my second step for keeping my promise.
I agree. There is a new government and a new prosecutor general. I am prepared to do a public signing of the commitment.
Okay, so we heard that already. So there it is. This isn't, seems pretty straightforward, wouldn't you agree? Volume up. Oh my. You see, I need to set up the stream bot to a different audio channel. My mistake. So, yeah, boomer it up. Boomer it up. Yeah, I'll turn down the music. We'll crank up the volume. Ah, man, I'm not drunk. Not yet, anyway. I think this is a good reason to fucking drink. If I'm 100%. 30% unemployment soon. Ooh, right? Hey, you guys remember lowest black unemployment rate. How fucking based is that? Yeah, my apologies. Here, I'll even turn it down a little bit further. How fucking based is it that we have the lowest black unemployment of like all time?
True.
How dare you, chat? How dare you? All right, yeah, we'll go through again. We'll go through it. What Twitter channel leaked these? Moon Cult. Here, I'll .com/ and I believe it's just Moon Cult. Probably the one of the better accounts on Twitter. Okay, so we'll play this one here first.
For the $1 billion. Again, I'm not suggesting that that's what you want or don't want. I'm just suggesting that that's what we're prepared to do. And again, it wouldn't be finalized until, you know, the IMF pieces are written.
Extremely strong motivation.
That there is a new government and a new prosecutor general. I am prepared to do a public signing of the commitment for the $1 billion. Again, I'm not suggesting that that's what you want or don't want. I'm just suggesting that that's what we're prepared to do. And again, it wouldn't be finalized until, you know, the IMF pieces are written.
Extremely strong motivation.
All right, so that's the first clip there. And then this guy struggles through the speech here, but I'll still play it. It's a minute and a half. Well, 82 seconds, rather.
Stay back!
Well, good.
Stay back! So I have a second positive news for you. Yesterday, I met with the General Prosecutor Shokin.
Yes.
And despite of the fact that we didn't have any corruption charges, we don't have any information about he doing something wrong, I especially asked him, no, it was the day before yesterday, I especially asked him to resign. As his position as a state person, and despite of the fact that he has a support in the parliament. And as a finish of my meeting with him, he promised me to give me the statement on resignation. And 1 hour ago, he bring me the written statement of his resignation.
Great.
And this is my second step for keeping my promises.
I agree.
So it's just some straightforward corruption there. Disable bot while you're listening to this. So what I think I might do is set up a hotkey so it can disable all the audio commands and then re-enable them right afterward. I don't have anything like that set up, but I do know how to do that. What makes this tricky, you'll see how my cursor is popping up right here. We're currently using the stream bot to put chat on screen, so unfortunately I can't really do that right now. Matter of fact, I just realized I can fix this a little bit. There we go.
Cocksucker!
He certainly is, and I'm sure he was willing as
We must
well.
secure the existence of our people and a future for white children.
Dr. Jordan Peterson, there's a reason you're in a coma right now, and it's not because you've been spouting the fucking 14 words, you racist.
You ladies, are you aware of that? Just how powerful I am?
Yeah, do you guys know how powerful Joe Biden is? He's gonna save all that we know and love. It's kind of like Sargoy failing to kind of like Ralph falling for a fake Sargoy of Mossad. Yeah, that was a funny bit, that's for sure. Let's see, how can someone President fall for this trick? Such a bad accent.
Oh, God damn, eat a fucking call you a new grab a nut.
How about that? So yeah, where are we at? This is February 2016. Oh, these are separate phone calls.
Whether you could either sign it with our ambassador, or if you came here, we could sign it, or if you want, we're inviting Groisman here later. I'm going to be talking to him later this morning. Not for that purpose. We're inviting him to Washington, and so I'll leave it up to you as to how you want that done and when you want it done. I don't know whether you could either sign it with our ambassador, or if you came here, we could sign it, or if you want, we're inviting Groisman here later. I'm going to be talking to him later this morning. Not for that purpose. We're inviting him to Washington, and so I'll leave it up to you as to how you want that done and when you want it done.
Sounded like a wannabe mob boss. This fucking prick. All right, let me turn up the music just a smidge, just to leave it a little lower than it was. Fake Colette was messaging him too. What an interesting op. Whoever, I'm assuming that had to be organized a little bit. The two fake accounts working to convince him to promote a show that wasn't going to happen. That had to take some coordination. Ralph didn't even admit he fell for the op. He implied Sargon backed out. I don't even know the full story behind it. I heard a little bit of it. Jordan Peterson is in a coma because he finally took the red pill on Jews and couldn't handle it. Yeah, he's been coping with that one for a minute. My gal's grandpa gave me his Vietnam toy under the table. Hot stuff. Oh, Vietnam toy? That could be a few things. That sounds cool, though. The book and the album, man, I wrote a fucking really cool song earlier. Like, I don't have lyrics to it, and my guitar is on the other side of the room. So, as they say, see you on the dark side of the room. I'm not really going to walk over there and grab the guitar right now. But, I've been really thinking about buying some strings for my Fender Stratocaster and recording some stuff with that. Because I've been listening to like the Silent Hill soundtrack, some of the guitar riffs that Yamanaka uses, and it's kind of more what I want to do. It's kind of just dark ambient, like rock. But that's coming along all right. I'm right now I'm focusing my writing on trying to do this documentary. I'm shooting for 80 minutes. That's what I'm aiming for. But I printed out notes and then I've been writing notes. I'm currently writing down a timeline. So all of it's going okay. I'm just rotating between playing a little bit of Final Fantasy VI Brave New World, which is an overhaul mod for the original Final Fantasy III for the Super Nintendo. Playing guitar, making food, playing with the cat, cleaning the house, taking notes, and I've been considering, coming to the computer and just spouting some bullshit for 5 minutes or 10 minutes about just some random thing. Because the reason I can't bring myself to make videos is I just don't care enough to edit it all. I like to hang out with you guys in chat and allow the bot to just absolutely derail me every 5 seconds. But it's a fun dynamic. I have fun being here. Oh, god damn.
It's not true.
Dude, by the way, do you guys know, was he really... Like, it's just a meme, right? He wasn't actually watching Soph videos when that was being... It was funny putting that on the soundboard. It's not so funny listening to it now. A black metal album? I've been getting down on some Drop D, man. Like, I never liked Drop D. I've been playing guitar for more than half my life. That's fucking weird to think about. I'm still not very good, but I love black metal. I never saw myself playing black metal. I never played in Drop D, is what I was saying. I never liked it, but just the other day, like, maybe I should try this in Drop D. And it sounded so kick-ass, like the song I was writing. I loved it. So I wrote the song in D. And, yes, I'm learning new things. I'm thinking it'll sound really cool in that Strat, though. I don't have any effects pedals. So if any of you happen to play, like, guitar and use your effects through your PC, if you have any good programs that you know of that I should look at, feel free to send it my way. I don't have an effects pedal. I mostly play acoustic, but Joe Biden. No joke that it's not true is actually more unappealing than Joe Biden cackling like an evil villain. I don't understand that it's not true meme. So, if you're not familiar, there is a something called the Pill Stream, and a fellow named Ethan Ralph got wasted, and I believe that audio isn't from the Pill Stream, but I think it's kind of related to that story arc, so to speak. It's just a real strange fucking time. Play Crowbar. Maybe. Did I just hear in a boot? Not confirmed. I used to watch a lot of Trailer Park Boys, so I picked... Oh.
That's not true.
Ugh. It's fucking up my entire internal momentum, man. Yikes. Dude, that shit is so loud on my headphones, man. I gotta just turn this all the way down. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up. I am gonna turn the music back down. There we go. How's Noodle? She's doing very well. She is sleeping right now. Oh, she's sleeping right now on the couch, curled up into a ball. She's been losing weight, but I let her eat a little bit more today because it's like her it's her birthday this week. So I let her eat a little bit more than usual, but she's doing pretty good in her diet. God, it's still way too loud. Metal of color. Rainbow metal. Oh, that doesn't sound. What black metal bands do you like? I think they're considered black metal, but Arch Enemy is really good. I really like Amon Amarth, Kalma. If you're unfamiliar with Kalma, they're a little bit more obscure, but they're Melodeath. They have a song called my favorite song. They have like 4 albums I really like, but Hollow Heart. It's the opening track for They Will Return. You know, it was badass because I'm not really into like death metal. I still like some death metal, but I'm not really like into it. Behemoth was so kick-ass live. Slurring incoming. No shit, man. I'm gonna have to drink more. If you guys are gonna play more clips of Ethan Ralph at me, I'm drinking. I'm growing me a gunt, folks. You guys think I'm joking? I've got a feeling it is true, man. Oh. But Hippie Crusher, it wasn't even hot outside, bro. Bias FX. Sweet, thank you. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Drink whiskey like a man. I've got potato vodka. I'm still drinking the same type of potato vodka, man. This is some good fucking liquor. 2 shots in. Feeling good. Play this one. Grim Chasers. Ethan Ralph. Age is just a sub count. Bro. Holy fuck. What a title for a fucking video. Source audio C4. I'll write that down too. I said it's not even hot outside. I believe that's the 3rd one. What is it? Well, I am Californian, so. See, why is it, chat? Like, this is what doesn't make sense to me. Why is everyone hanging out with the Catboy? Everyone's hanging out. Like, he must be a really cool fucking dude, hey? Huh? Real cool dude. He's got... Let's list, alright? For a second, let's take a minute to list the long list of cool people that the Catboy hangs out with. We got Nick Fuentes. We've got Baked Alaska. We've got Prince Hubris. Who's the real alpha male here, huh? The Quartering? Or the Catboy? I said it's not even... chat, you guys are killing me here. Y'all killing me with this shit. Yeah, I had a few things. Yeah, here we go. You guys want to see how great the things are getting? I'm just gonna... This chick, this Karen, is a little pissed off, but they're in Massachusetts spraying arrows onto the sidewalk. One way only. One way only. Put Dispatch versus Ralph Spurging on the board. That's right. I don't think I have on there. I really should add it, yeah. I'm not going to put the whole thing as one clip, but... Catboy is based and horse-pilled. Every soy boy wants that ass. It's weird, right? Must be one hell of a cool guy. They hang out with a Catboy because he blows them, duh. No shit, I bet you're right. There is... Where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's something going on there, is all I'm saying. Gunt Boy is better than Catboy? I don't know. I'd like to see them fight IRL, to be sure.
It's not even hot outside.
he puts out on D-Live. So they're simping for him IRL, and they didn't even need to take him out on a date? Simps. Oh, we also had a $5 donation from Army of the 12 Monkeys. Thank you, sir. There's no message attached, but thank you.
That's not true.
Because orange arrows are bad, sir. Orange everything is bad.
Tell the crew to push the whopper.
Wouldn't Ralph just have to fall on him? See, that's the thing. This could be... a lot of people say, hey, look, this wouldn't even be a fight. It'd be over so quick because PPP has his number. PPP's, got the fear striked into Ethan Ralph. Dude, I'm not sure if you guys have ever fought like a scrapper. A dude who's just, no matter what, he's always swinging, doesn't stop. There's no fucking give up. That's Ethan Ralph. Never underestimate a man that could fucking, like, dive underneath you. Yeah, PvP is a massive dude, horizontally and vertically, right? But I believe in David and Goliath. I think, right, imagine this. This is the way I see it. Ethan Ralph, PPP goes to swing. Ralph ducks. He goes to swing again, ducks, and then he jumps back and then dives underneath PPP's legs onto his, slides on his gunt on the other side of PPP. And then gets back up, and by the time PPP has time to turn around, Ethan Ralph jumps in the air and lands right on him. Match would be over. Okay, maybe it would be over pretty quick. It'd take a few minutes for that to play out, but it'd be a good fight. I wouldn't pay for it, but I'd watch it on YouTube. Hey, bro, Styx is a tall motherfucker. No shit. I would rather fight somebody like PPP than somebody like Styx. Some tall, lanky dude. Not only has he got that reach, right? Small hitbox. But that dude seems like a guy that could hit you a bunch and not get tired. But also you could hit him a bunch and he would just keep coming. I don't know. And I don't even like Styx. But I've just got that feeling about him that he can probably hold his own for a minute. He's kind of twiggy, right? But those dudes with those long ass reaches, man, all it takes is one shot in the right place. Ralph will toss Ralph on, or PPP will toss Ralph on his head and break his neck. I mean, there are a million ways this can play out, but what we need that golden fucking briefcase in Godwinson's lap so he could put that fucking money in there. No, this Andy Worski fight that no one gives a fuck about, Godwinson has to. Period. It has to happen. He doesn't even need to put the money in it. But he needs to show up in that audience with that golden briefcase handcuffed to his wrist. Handcuffed. And the whole time he'll be looking. He'll know that Ralph is looking at him from the back. He can see that briefcase handcuffed to his wrist. He knows what's up. No, I think this needs to happen regardless. PPP's got to run in there with a steel chair. He's got to hang out in the rafters like Sting. Maybe bring him down like Owen Hart. Maybe not like Owen Hart, but forget I said that. No, I'm not coping, sir. I'm sweeping up. See, that's the thing I hate about how fun this drama's been, is I haven't cared about any of this other shit going on in the news. I've just been wanting to watch these two fat fucks wrestle each other in well wrestling fashion. Our parents, you know what they had? Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. That's what they had. You know what we have? People's Populist Press. The Starfish Prince versus the holder of the Gunt. The match of all matches. It's the theoretical antithesis of Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Please add they so mad. I don't know. We need to get Richard Spencer to say it though. I don't know. I haven't even seen his face IRL since Miami, so. Sticks would run his mouth and try to verbally de-escalate until he got stuffed. You're probably right, honestly. Unless he had an actual grudge, then he might be a little bit more formidable. I feel like I should read this like Macho Man Randy Savage, but I'm gonna pass. PPP would snap sticks like the sticks he is. He's a coward who'd fight with a poison blade. PPP has tard strength and God in his corner. Truer words have never been spoken, my dude. Truer words have never been spoken. Yeah, I want to see him hit Ralph with the briefcase or some IRS shit with $1 Million Man. That's exactly what I have in mind. Godwinson needs to come down like a Jim Cornette type. We need to go full fucking WWE, WCW with this shit. How can you not understand PvP as an Antifa commie? I really don't give a shit. At the end of the day, I don't look up to any of these people, so their ideology is completely meaningless. Oh. Alright, chat. I think it's time. I've still got more shit. Trailer Trash Boxing. That's what we really need. We need to set this up like Trailer Park Boys with the fucking mattress wrestling ring. PPP's got to show up like Green Bastard. PPP assaulting the police. Ralph beats EFO. I've seen that clip. That's such a good clip. I know it's not really him, but I want to believe. He's like running away. Oh, so good. Richard Spencer, we will retake Constantinople. God is pretty solid backup. Depends on the situation, I guess. You back to thinking I'm dude again? Dominant Morgul. Fair enough. So, for the record show, not a man, not a dude. Bum Fight Season 2? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm all about. Always lost on nothing else with $5. Donation 91. Earjuice has a new Daft Gun song, Rule of the Jungle. It's on Hef's channel. I'll check it out. I really liked Sweep It Up. Sweep It Up was fucking great. Styx was a goth kid in high school and goth kids can fight. That's my logic as well. He seems like a kid that's thrown a few. Rand versus the Green Bastard with hamburger sandwiches for everyone except for the Shithawks. Nah, man, Rand's got to take on Surfer. See, they've got a full card. Because we have the NWO, right? I guess you could call it esoteric PPPism, right? And then you've got Ralph, who's your established face, right? He's promoted on the show as a face, but he's basically a heel. But he plays the face on the stage. And then to commentate, you've got to have Gator and Godwinson. It'd be just like having Jerry the King Lawler and good old JR. It'd be fucking great. I would imagine they would just be sitting there pissed off that they're sitting next to each other. It'd be really good entertainment. No shit. I would probably pay for a ticket to see that. I'll show up in a fucking luchador mask or cosplaying as Mr. Medicare. That way you'll know it's me. Can you guys believe that somebody did that? It's somebody that comes by this channel normally and they're in chat. You would probably not be surprised if I told you who it was. I'm not going to put him on blast, but somebody, after his stream, he was in chat, talking to everybody, going at people at chat. Somebody sent me a DM and said, hey, this is so-and-so, and this is him cosplaying as Mr. Medicare, and it was just about the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I've lived in California my entire life. This is a... If this was... I was thinking to myself, wow, if that was me, I'd probably delete my channel and start a new one. Holy fuck. Seems like a nice fellow, right? But that was... Oof. Was it Flamenco? You know what? Yeah, it was Flamenco. You got him. It was him all along, chat. I'd rather watch them do sumo wrestling. We gotta have... There's gotta be 3 fights. In the main event, is a no-holds-barred... fucking... no disqualification match. We gotta let the boys play dirty. We gotta let... because at one point, Godwinson's gonna go in there with a golden briefcase and hit him with it. That's not even up for debate. That's happening. That's part of the show. And then at that point, Gator, who's going to be wearing a luchador mask the entire time. And when he goes in to back up his boy Ralph, he's going to take off the mask, and it's going to be Dick Masterson. And that's when he picks up the briefcase. It's still handcuffed to Godwinson, by the way. In the face. And then while that's going, it tells, Ralph, pin him. Pin PPP. Get your victory. And of course, that's when, you get his victory. I don't know if anyone's going to, raise Ralph above their shoulders like they would typically do in a victory. But I can see it playing out now. I can see it playing out in my head completely. It's just greatness in the making. Was it Toad McJudas? Out of all of this, right? Because some of it's funny. But out of all of it, the most entertaining part was the Toad McJudas shit. The 26 pieces of silver, the Godwinson... I don't think anything else in this whole thing provided as many laughs as Godwinson holding a toad, or a mushroom rather, with a smiley face drawn on it with a Sharpie. I'm like, look at this fucking, look at his face. It's so good. Yeah, I would agree. Metacritic's fan, not even just the casual viewer. I mean, the people who really look up to the guy. Yeah, pretty cringe. I mean, there are worse things out there than cringe. But at the end of the day, when we're talking about this IRL Knoxville fight, who would win? The prom king, the Gunt, versus Al Bundy, scored 4 touchdowns in one game when he was in high school, and Godwinson, the man with the golden briefcase. I think it's a fair fight. The Mama JF video was pretty funny too. Yeah, that one was pretty good. JF, the type of guy who knows how exceptional his girlfriend is and says, we need you to make Super Chat on Twitch and on YouTube. You must provide for this house. I can't even do a French or fucking whatever his accent is. And I don't care to put any more evidence or any more effort into it. So the guy at the fight with the old man hair was cosplaying, is that it? I don't know how old he was. I don't know if he was particularly old, but I did see there was somebody cosplaying as Medicare, and if that wasn't bad enough, there was a video of him doing a Medicare bit, and it just made me immediately want to sunset myself. That was well, I'm taking a break from the internet for a few days. I don't even know how to deal with these. I don't even know what to say about this. I'm flabbergasted. Tommy Pesos is sleeping by a cactus, LARPing like a true Mexican with the soundboard. See, Dame Pesos is really just Gator's replacement, and I'm Dame Pesos' replacement. And instead of taking his job, I decided to just hand you guys the soundboard and let you spam the Ethan Ralph fucking cooming grunt. Medicare should have purged his channel after IBS Season 1. The whole thing, yeah, it really has been a disaster. Yeah, Godwinson can play as Jimmy Hart, PPP as Yokozuna. The iterations are endless. It'd be so much fucking fun. And I still see people going, well, you know, PPP shouldn't have backed out. I don't believe he did. Well, first of all, Ralph put an unnecessary demand on his incentive. He agreed to the fight before money was involved. But then when money was involved, suddenly he demanded that his friend Nick Rakita take hold of the money by like that 7 o'clock that day, or he wasn't going to do it, and instead was going to fight a friend of his, which means it's a victory for the kill stream. Kill stream 9,000 to 0. Never defeated. Undefeated Bloodsports champion. This whole story arc, especially where they're at, it's like this weird combination of Baked Alaska's Meltdown and Fall from Grace mixed with Tonka's. And for the record, right, I think they're still doing fine on D-Live. They're doing their show and all of that. Thumbs up. I'm happy for them. Just like a lot of people. I don't want to see anybody fail. I don't want to see anybody have their channel taken or any of that shit. Not like these other assholes that are sitting there going, who are they trying to get canceled this time? That Twitch thought, Pokimane, right? She clicks on a link that accidentally showed a Pornhub page for a second, and then all of the people who will tell you all of these rules are fucking arbitrary, unclear, they're unfair, they're unfairly applied. Now that it's somebody that they've decided they don't like, now suddenly those rules are totally fair. Now those rules are perfectly fine because it's used to browbeat somebody they don't like. That's how most people are. Now I'll at least say this much. I call out a lot of motherfuckers on this channel, burn just about every bridge I have, but I always tell you how shit goes, how I feel about things. And I will always, 100% of the time, I would rather have people with their voice easily heard by the people who want to hear it. And making people jump through all of these arbitrary hoops. Oh, well, now you've got to jump to this website that no one ever sees, that doesn't send out notifications, there's no app for. Like, it's just more unnecessary bullshit. We don't need to ban anybody. This is stupid. Why are we carrying water for these tech companies that we agreed are unfair? We agreed that these tech companies are unfair, and now we're just carrying water for them so we can fucking own on some random chick that no one ever really cares about. Just seems stupid. Anyway. Yeah, I do agree with you, S. Fresh, in that he could have trusted Nick. But I also understand the perspective of how laughable it is that he should trust Nick. Considering the obvious, like, he was attempting to illustrate an alliance between these people, how they cover for each other. Hell, just look at how many times Nick Rakita needed to butt in during the Dick Masterson and PPP discussion, blood sports, whatever you want to call it. He wasn't talking to Nick the entire time, and Nick just kept interjecting. And keep in mind, a lot of people are saying he can't tell the difference between the two. Well, to be fair, their voices sound similar, at least to me. And second, he wasn't watching the video like we were, where you can see which one is talking. He was just hearing it. So, I don't know. I understand the perspective of somebody going, why would I do that? Clearly, this person is a friend of yours, and obviously they have an understanding of the law. And say, just for the sake of it, he could write in a technicality to where Ralph could get paid even without fulfilling his obligations. You know, if anybody could trick you out of $5,000, it'd be a lawyer. But yeah, I do agree. I don't think that he would. Nick, I'm not a fan of his necessarily. I think he's made me laugh a few times. But that having been said, I don't think he's intentionally dishonest when he's wrong. I think he's just wrong. Janny's lost. I don't know if you're doing any Jannying on your free time, man. You've absolutely lost. But for that, you know, we We drink to the winners and the losers here on this channel. So this shot right here is for the Jannies that continue to fucking lose. Cheers, folks. That's true. I heard she's not too much better. But if you want to die on the hill of moral virtue, you can't return to that hill later on and forsake that same virtue. It's my only point. Andy was, Ralph was demanding that money by 7 p.m. PPP is full of shit, you fools. He's definitely... I don't know what the right word is, because I wouldn't say he's completely full of shit, but he's definitely a troll. I'm gonna get my Ridge wallet taken away. What the hell is a Ridge wallet? It's okay, PPP fucked up because he couldn't see. Nice cope. Oh, that was just the impression I felt when I was watching it. Is I'm hearing this, and every time Nick busts in, I'm thinking, first, shut the fuck up, Nick. Sit back and count your money. You don't need to guard here. Just let them go at each other. It was frustrating from the perspective of a viewer. I think it's a fair point, though. If I was just listening to Nick and Dick, I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. I thought PPP ignoring risotto was part of the bit. I hope it was. Every time he interjected, I was like, Nick, shut the fuck up. It reminded me of when Leo Pirate called on the Jim and PPP stream. It was the same exact feeling I had where I'm like, dude, fuck off for a minute. Like, come on later. But right now, you're side busting, and we're deterring away from the point for which we have all assembled here today. The quartering is a knee bender. That's a nice way of putting it. Ridge Wallet is a wallet made for the middle class. Don't worry about it. Fuck. Absolutely blown the fuck out, my dude. Don't one of these days, chat. That's my my real dream. I just want to be middle class. I just want to have a piece of property. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to have a mansion in the Hollywood Hills. I want to have a shack on a nice piece of property in the middle of fucking nowhere. That's what I want. Bust pitas out of guilt. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the quartering, I'll have to admit. Shocker, I know. I fucking modded you while you were shitting on the Jannies. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Seeing all the cleaning up, all of the cleaning up. I can't imagine letting PPP get under your skin that much. That's how you win against shitting on the Jannies. You make them one. Yeah, welcome. You are now guilty by association, my dude. Yeah, when he said, when Dick said he was prom king, PPP came back with, well, I'm glad you peaked in high school. That was such a good fucking comeback. Immediately. Because I was watching it with a friend of mine. We both went, oh, shit. It really is. That's what Bloodsports is supposed to be. Just some people saying really cringy shit at each other to try to get a one-up on some stranger on the internet. It's fucking hilarious. I love it. Play the Masterson Ralph Scream mashup. Yeah, I'll play that here in a second. Why was Pro even in the call? Isn't it strange that PPP and Jim both agreed to have him in the call but not to speak? Like, why even be there? Oh, Leo. Yeah, I have no idea. And I kind of like Leo Pyre. Some of his stuff, anyway, that I've seen, I liked him in. He was good in the episodes of This Week in Nectar they put out. And I love the Ralph versus Leo Pirate video. That one's still fucking great. Do you know how powerful I am? I don't know, man. Top verbal IQ. Oh yeah, there were some fucking cringe posts from both sides. The quartering talks at half speed, talks big about boycotting, cucks out later because he's a sellout. Yeah, the quartering's an interesting guy. He is an absolute sellout, I would agree. I don't necessarily hate the dude, but I strongly dislike just every tweet he sends out promoting a video of his where every word is capitalized. It just drives me nuts. You don't need to capitalize every word, man. Holy fuck.
Stay back! Stay back!
Oh, okay. Leo was running the Hangout. That explains it. Because Jim only does Hangouts. He's a Google shill. Yeah, I don't really like Hangouts. I prefer Discord, and I don't like Discord. You guys know how I feel about Discord, but for call-ins, for doing shows with a guest, Discord works so perfectly. There isn't even an alternative. Google Hangouts, at least maybe they've updated it since I've used it, but it doesn't have near as many options or volume control or any of that shit. Yeah, he has been, Josh has been shitting on the parade a little bit. But it keeps the show going. It keeps the trash fire burning. So I wonder if it isn't by design. You know, I wonder sometimes, because Josh isn't a stupid person. There's a lot you can say about the guy, but stupid isn't a word I would ever use to describe him. So when he does something, I know that he's thought about how it's going to, about the reaction it's going to cause. So I wonder if this isn't all part of it. Remember, he used to be, I shouldn't say used to be, but what was it? There was a stream PPP did on his old channel called The Four Horsemen, and it was CRP, Josh, Godwinson, and PPP. In the thumbnails, of course, him doing the four horsemen, like in the WCW. You know, Ric Flair, Dean Malenko, Arn Anderson, Chris Benoit. Do I got that right? Wrestling, man. Wrestling. Good shit. But I wonder if it's all a work. I'm thinking it's a fucking work, is all I'm saying. I want a quartering downfall arc so badly. You're not the only one. A lot of people don't really care for the quartering all that much. Seeing him go against Needle Drop earlier was pretty funny as well. Where the quartering calls himself an alpha male. You couldn't make this shit up. You couldn't make this shit up. Is Josh guarding? I think he knows what he's doing, is the point I was getting at. I legitimately think that he's doing this to continue the trash fire. That's my conspiracy theory. Just wanted to share this image with you one more time for those that missed it earlier. The alpha male. The virgin wild, the alpha quartering. It's all a work, you goofs. Penoid has been my favorite streamer lately. Do you listen to him at all? Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Reminder that Josh thought the gym docs was real. Yeah, I have no idea about any of that. I haven't even really looked into any of... I don't like to look at docs. Like, the dude's got to be a real... Like, if it requires that I need... Like, I start talking before I think of how to start the sentence. If the situation holds so much gravity and weight that I'm going to have to look at somebody's personal information, already it's above my pay grade and should go to the police. So when it gets to look what this person's up to, a zoophile, or this person's up to no good, here's their I don't want to see any of it. If it needs to be shown to police, show it to police. I don't have any business looking at anybody's personal information. This is not my responsibility, first of all, and second of all, it's above my pay grade. So that's my perspective on that. If I try to avoid personal information, mostly because I think in a lot of cases when that sort of thing is published, it isn't to establish credibility. It is mostly used as an intimidation method. So I don't know. Cunt flag down big man Tyrone? No, it can't be. I'm gonna need to see proof, sir. Do you have proof? Quartering does shit when drunk and justifies it when sober. I'm just glad he's back to fucking arguing with people and being a catty bitch on the internet. Oh yeah, that's right. So one of you guys wanted to see this again. We'll bring this up. Yeah, Mersh making fun of his hat. Did you guys see that fucking Jesse had trademarked Nightwave Radio or Nightwave? Now, I think all of us know, at least the casual person that's somewhat acquainted with how these things have played out in the courts in the past. This doesn't mean that he owns all of Mersh's content or can copyright him. He owns a trademark, but Mersh's Nightwave channel has been something that has been going on for years before he trademarked it. He doesn't have a legitimate claim to Nightwave. He could do his own show, Nightwave, but you guys will remember Sebastian Gorka and Nick Fuentes both had a show called America First. It's a funny bit. I hope he didn't pay too much for it, because in the end, there's not much he can do with it unless he wants to start his own show called Nightwave. But yeah, I did see that Jesse from Pod Awful had filed a trademark on that. Which is funny only if Mersh responds in an interesting way. You know, it only creates drama and compelling content for us if he gets really fucking pissed. So otherwise, it'll end up being basically a waste of money. Because if they end up taking it to court, and I'm not a fucking lawyer, right? But my understanding of how these things go out is you can demonstrate financial loss based on things that are done in bad faith. And if you can demonstrate that something was done in bad faith, like say that, well, this guy runs a show called Pod Awful. He has here he is during this time frame, like trolling the fuck out of my show and just fucking with us, and then he trademarks it. Your Honor, I can demonstrate that he trademarked it just to sabotage my show, and here are the costs that he caused me. Now, Mersh doesn't have a lot of money in the bank, I don't think, and I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean is, if he did, and he wanted to throw this guy under the ringer and make him pay some fucking court fees, he could. Absolutely. This is, I want to say I've seen a case similar to this, where somebody is basically weaponizing the judicial system to fuck somebody over or to just troll somebody. That's not something they typically smile upon. Now, in the case of Maddox and Dick, right, because Maddox had made himself look like such a fucking asshole, he was the bigger dipshit in the situation, so they didn't care. But if you go up to a judge in America and say, hey, this person erroneously filed a trademark just to interfere with my business, he might be in a bad fucking position. So, it's a thing I've noticed about Jesse is he has a good idea and the execution's always bad. It's a funny idea, but it's a little off the mark. Mersh's safe word is hairline. Jeez. Are you sure it's not wonky eye? No, I like the guys. I shouldn't talk shit. I shouldn't poke fun. Shouldn't burn every fucking bridge on this platform, should I, chat? Press 1. Press 1 if these bridges are fucking stupid and they're rainbow. And this is doing a Godwinson bit. I shouldn't do that. Press 1 if you're tired of all the bridges. If you think we should burn it all down. You see, when I start to drink, I just say fuck it. ROTC could crowdfund a lawsuit. They have enough fans. You know, I don't know that it in the end would be a good... It wouldn't be funny if they did. So I'd rather them not, but... Mersh wouldn't talk about Jesse until Medicare and Dick got involved. Really? Yeah. Yeah, ones. I'm seeing a lot of ones, chat. Ones. Every time ones. Burn every fucking bridge. Burn them all. Even burn the bridge I'm standing on. Burn it. Let it go. I'll buy you your wings. Fall back, baby, and I'll catch you. Name it. Name the problem I could fix with money. You know what? Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. But I'm telling you, one of these days I'm going to release a Medium article. Domina Morgul, I want to release that Medium article, and you're going to tell everybody how people shouldn't read it. You're going to flag it down. Lots of ones. Lots of ones, chat. This is the moment where I should have, like, queued up music. Just bring up a picture of, a video clip of our boy Ralph doing a dance, a little jig. I've noticed that as well. He seems like a nice fella, right? But I did pick up on that a bit when him and Porcelain had a bit, or a rainbow dispute, so to speak. Exterminus bridges. Consider them gone, chat. Consider them gone. Hold on, I'm gonna grab another fucking drink. Dude, you guys, my house looks so much less cluttered. My house looks so much fucking better without that. I had an L-shaped desk in my dining room, and I finally just took it apart and put a dining room table there. It just looks so much fucking better. Oh yeah, no, Dog Munch. I saw that whole thing play out. That's how I stumbled across this thread, actually. I still think he's a decent enough guy, and he's funny at times. Out of a lot of the people on the internet, I'm biased in favor of those dudes, actually. You know, chat, I'm going to take another shot because I haven't done a show in a while. And like I said, it seems like you guys enjoy the drunk streams, so I'll have another shot. I'll hang out for a little bit longer. I have a few more things we can take a look at. Just, you know, so excited hanging out with you guys. I gotta show you this stupid fucking mask they made. Holy fuck. Okay. We'll put that down. You guys gotta see this shit. You will not believe this. Well, you will, because we live in the worst timeline. Not even the darkest timeline, just the worst one. Fucking Etika, man. They're always fucking us around. Huh. Disappeared, I guess? No, here we go. Get a load of this, chat. This is what they want us to do. They want us to... They want us to use this stupid fucking mask that opens up, but these masks don't even protect. Look at this. They're expecting you with one hand to open up this mask like a second mouth Look at how he even struggled with just that. One bite. And remember, as I demonstrated earlier, these masks do not help at all. Fuck. Who's the Einstein that created that mask? Dude, somebody's probably going to get a government grant. That's who. Oh, that's right. We were going to play that clip, huh? Thank you, thank you. I do need somebody to protect my gunt. Peak Mersh. Well, I don't know what this clip is. Let's take a look, though. Oh, no. Yikes, that wasn't the clip I was expecting, but here's another one here.
All right, so
okay, this is a 46-minute long video. Maybe I'll check it out later. It's Y2K all over again. Oh, today's day and age, yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? They're literally mocking us. Oh yeah, they're absolutely mocking us. You'll see that I almost said George Soros. Same difference, really. Bill Gates has his fingers in every pie in regards to the COVID controversy. He has money in the World Health Organization, in China, just all over the place. And we're just supposed to go, well, he's an expert. He's an expert, just like Greta Thunberg. They're experts, and you're not allowed to talk shit on an expert. Unless, I mean, even if you're a doctor who's been working frontline on the fucking at hospitals, empty ones probably. Even the ones that are dealing with COVID patients, they're having their videos removed from Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for promoting misinformation. But then a person who isn't a doctor, who doesn't have any reason to be regarded as an expert, is out there and everyone's pushing and promoting him as if he's the fucking word of God. Anyway, there was a clip you guys wanted to see. It was requested a minute ago. You know how it goes. Man, it's coming up on 4 o'clock. I can't really. We're here. We've been here for 3 hours. Time flies when you're having rum. Yeah, it's this one.
That's not true. As a matter of fact, that's not true. That's not true. You piece of shit, motherfucker. That's not true. That's not true. As a matter of fact, that's not true. That's not true. You piece of shit, motherfucker. That's not true. Piece of shit.
What are we defending?
You're not even. You just said. Listen, I'll talk calmly for you.
See, that is internet blood sports. You want to bring back internet blood sports. That's what you need. You need a little bit of, you want to holler over me. A little bit of that here and there. So when's the food going to run out, chat? When do you guys think that's going to happen? Yeah, right? Because this guy, Anthony Fauci, well, Anthony Fauci, he's God's gift to the world. He's going to save the entire planet if only everyone would listen to him. You know? What was it? The petition to make him the world's sexiest man? People have already forgotten about him, except when he's trotted out by the elites to tell us that we need to be more fearful, that we need to be more afraid, that the second wave might coming. The second wave will be revealed. The second wave. We can just holler over each other. Oh, good shit. If I had to introduce somebody to IBS, this is the clip I'd show them. I think it's a good fucking starting point. See, we all live in mansions. That's what I take from all of this. Elon for president. How about no politicians? How does that sound? Do you guys like the sound of that? I wasn't even being like half serious. I'm 100%. If there's one thing I could agree on across the board, it's that we should get rid of all of our politicians. And get rid of, I don't mean like execute. All right? They'll be tried for treason, and I mean, in my fantasy version of the world, they'll be tried for treason, and if they're found guilty, they'll just have their assets seized and they'll be exiled. At the end of the day, I'm a really nice guy, but I'd be willing, right? Because I'm such a show for the Republicans, I'd be willing to give all of them up. Every last one of them. Lock them all up. Lock them up. Every last one. All of these pricks. All the ones that sold us out for another nation. All the ones that continue to sell us out for another nation. All the ones that promote a bunch of shit that is demonstrably harmful for society, and they lie to us every day. I'm saying we just say, hey, you guys were telling us how great Mexico and Cuba was and Canada. Well, get the fuck on. That's what I'm saying. So I'd be willing to let you guys take the Republicans if we get to take the Democrats out. Just march them out into the desert. Keep walking, fuckers. Keep walking. We don't need you. What are we paying you assholes for? To sell us out? We're paying you to sell us out? Fuck that. Now, I know some of you might have a little bit more of a nuanced solution to the whole thing, but me, as a representative of YouTube in this platform, I could only condone something like eminent is it eminent domain, where we just seize assets. We do that to them. We take their shit and kick them out. Kick them out. You're not allowed back. Keep walking. No, Day of the Cope. That's what I'm liking. I like that. I like Leo, but I only know him from when he made Anti-Fuentes streams. Shit. Maybe I'm gonna have to one of these days interview Leo about Fuentes. I'm gonna love doing this. I am enjoying fact gathering regarding that, but the punishment for treason is often death. That's why me, being such a nice guy, I would just seize all their assets and kick them out. Well, you see, Nancy Pelosi, the 3 pieces of property you own now belong to the people. So we've decided to give it to, I don't know, anybody. Fucking anybody. I'd even be happy giving it to the person gardening her house. Oh, we decided to give it to them. They worked really hard maintaining the place, and you just sat on your ass, eating ice cream, so fuck you. Chat, as always, there is at least one shot dedicated to chat. Far more interesting, far more charismatic and charming. Maybe that's a bit much. Chat, fall back, baby. I'll catch you. I'll buy you your wings. Name the thing I can throw money at, and I'll make it happen. Chat, drop those panties. That's what I'm saying. Look, I don't have my charisma and my wits about me, if ever at all. But right now I'm saying, chat, I want to... I don't have enough shots to say this yet. I want to make love to your woman. Want to lay it down by the fire. That's what I'm saying, chat. This one's for you guys. I wouldn't make an ass out of myself like this for just anyone, alright? It's because I love you so much. See, how's that for a simp text? How's that? Yeah, send me the invoice in the mail, babe. Anyway, this one's to you, chat. You always bring more to my life. Cheers. NWO is the virus. I would agree. We're all going on a trip to Israel, folks. To Tel Aviv, to Burning Man. And we're bringing Dick Masterson with us. We're going to give him the free trip to Israel. That's how this is going. Oh, free fucking Burning Man. Simping for my chat, absolutely. Me being wasted have been the memorable streams. Well, hey, there you go. Oblivion sound effects. I should add some fucking Oblivion sound effects. Then you'll pay with your blood. I forget the audio clip for when they arrest you, but I can't tell if I'm going to take you to Israel as a threat or not. Wink. No, it's not a threat. The threat's implied, but it's not a threat because of the implication. That's right. I'm going to build the third temple, man. I'm going to build it right here. No joke, almost said where. Right here. Right at my current location. Stop right there, criminal scum. It's been a minute. Rap is the music of the slaves. Do you think they were beatboxing on the Amistad? On their way across the ocean, he's like... He starts rapping about going to the grocery store and buying, like, some eggs. There's a decade of hip-hop I really like. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe 2 on a good day. Ugh. Hey, that has got to be the most unappealing thing I've ever heard in my life. So that's Ethan Ralph 1. Alright. I'll know never to play that. Oh man, you know... shit. We've reached the point where I'm intoxicated enough not give a shit what you think. Where's my... There it is. I don't have my bass out. I went to my bedroom, but I was learning how to play the UNATCO theme. It's like... No, it's not the right. It's on flat notes. Anyway, I was learning in the chord for it, but it's not true, Chad. It's not true. Nah, I don't have any beef with flamenco necessarily, but I think right now, considering the fire that got brought to him recently, probably be best if we not even for me, for both of us, to go our own directions. Midsummer, I have not.
It's not true.
It's not true. God, it's so off-putting. You know when you hear that what that sound is. That is a friend of mine. The last stream I did that played through the speaker. He turned and looked at me like, was that somebody coming? And I said, coming where? Coming to what place? Is that Scrub's guitar? Yeah, you know it. I went to Kilroy and took it from him. Yeah, I was working on learning how to play that. I think it's in the key of G. 2 flat notes, 2 sharp notes. But yeah, I was messing around with that a little bit. Either coming or taking a huge dump. I don't even want to know. Midsummer. It's a legit good horror movie. Also, all E-celebs I make videos on think I have a beef with them for some reason. Such thin skin. Yeah, you've made a few clips from this channel too. I mean, it's all fun. A lot of people take the internet way too seriously. You know, a lot of times. I mean, this is why I don't think a lot of people understand like the way all of this works. And not in all cases, right? But like 90% of trolling is done out of like endearment. A lot of trolling is done out of kind of affection. It's affectionate. Not always, right? Like, obviously, the shit Jesse's doing at Pod Awful, there isn't much affection there. But in most cases, when somebody cares enough to make something that kind of fucks with you a little bit, it's done out of a place of positivity, right? Yeah, that's exactly it. HNG. It's not true. I don't know. I can leave that on the soundboard, man. It unsettles me on such a fucking level. Two sharps is D major. You see how good I am at music. I don't even know my circle of fifths. Yeah, there are 2 sharp notes. I know that much. That was the thing I paid attention to when I was looking at it played. It's like the volume's turned down and I could still hear it, and it's just... Ugh. Didn't Flamenco pay to be on the kill stream? I fucking hope not, man. I've heard that Bibble does, and I really hope that's not the case. I gotta.
It's not true.
I gotta turn that off. At least the volume on the headphones.
It's not true.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you guys found an audio clip you like. And put like a 5-minute cooldown on that fucker or something, man. See, there is the grunt that I never, ever want to hear. That was Gator that paid.
It's not true.
Oh, again, I really hope not. Cut out the and leave the not true. Yeah, I might do that. I might just make them separate clips. That gun is gonna kill me before it kills Ralph. That's probably incredibly factual. But when are you finally gonna give us our sticks in that soundboard? That is one I've definitely needed to add to. I'll write it on this. I can't guarantee I'll get to it, but.
It's not true.
There we go. It's like coom in your ears. I guess that's fairly accurate.
It's not true.
Well, chat. Yeah, we could talk about the deer moderator on Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch. There isn't really an audience for this show over there. Let's see. Gator was in Discord when he had beef with Ralph, talking about shit, saying how Ralph was obsessed with his kiwi thread and cow. Yeah, from what we saw from Miami, I think that's fairly evident. Disappointed that's all he had though, really. Yeah, the 6th quote would be, do you know how much money I make? That's the one. Chain it with Joe Biden talking about how powerful he is. But anyway, chat. Oh, some of this, man. You guys are killing me. You're killing me with this shit. But I'm going to run the credits. Thank you, everybody, for dropping by the show tonight. A bit of a more free-flowing show. Happened a little late. So apologies for that, but thank you for showing up anyway.
True.
I don't know. I don't know where things are going, chat. Who knows? No fucking breaks. No fucking breaks. Remember, be yourself, because you might find yourself by yourself and anybody can learn from their own mistakes, but it takes a fine, smart man like yourself to learn from the mistakes made by others. Some of that alcohol is not settling well, chat. You guys got me. The next show is gonna be a pill stream. Anyway, always fun. Have a good night, everybody.